skills in the gaming. 1xBet.
Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet.
Respect
from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect. Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect.
Hello, son.
Hi, Mom.
Pretty girl.
This is Eva.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much. Your dad's just making his favourite dinner. It's duck. Come on inside. They're all probably too gruesome to tell you while you're eating at the table. How's your food? Is everything okay? Good, good. You seem to know each other.
Yeah. This is the new ambassador for 1xBet.
Oh, I see.
Everyone felt good when Eva Elfie became the new ambassador of 1xBet.
Welcome in, everybody, to the grand finals of the RAS Europe. It is going to be an absolute banger here. We've got two amazing teams ready to go. A little bit behind schedule because there was another event going on, so OneMove were granted another 15 minutes extra time to get ready for this. But it is going to be Avulus versus OneMove in the grand finals for Europe on the final day. Not only the final day of Europe, but just the final day of online altogether. This is it. This is us wrapping up, getting ready to move through into the LAN at the end of October and finding the teams are. And I think actually Avulus are secured now in that second slot for Europe, so they will be going through. They will be getting themselves over to Serbia a little bit later on in about a month's time, and this is just to see who is going to be taking first, who is going to be taking second, who gets a pride, and who walks away second place with still a decent amount of prize money. So Kips, looking at these two teams, any insight, any thoughts coming into this grand finals between the two?
I mean, I definitely think that the momentum is in favor of Avulus here. They've had a string of very nice results in several different qualifiers right now, and we're talking about Smiling Knight, Stormstormer, Shibe, Eki, and of course the man, the myth, the legend, Soneko behind this. And I think everybody has expectations of these guys to do well, not just things like winning tournaments like this one, but to actually make it into the tier 1 scene perhaps. So these guys also have some pressure on themselves to continue working their way up, because I don't think they'll be content with being like a solid tier 2 team either. Like, no way.
No, and yeah, you look at the players like you say on this roster, they are all, I think, if you on the day they do look like tier 1 quality, or they look like they could be attending those events, attending the lands, which they will be doing in about a month's time. So we'll see them be able to kick off like that, and yeah, see if they are going to be able to go any further and maybe make it to bigger events. Kind of climb up that ladder, like you say. On the other side, OneMove coming in, whoa, difference. Triple S, Not Me, and Rain. These players again, solidly established in tier 2. They are looking for that push up themselves, and again, on the day they can make it work. But I think OneMove, they're a little bit more chaotic, they're a little bit more unstable, I guess I want to say, in terms of the quality that they can put out, because I have seen them, again, they go in toe-to-toe in the groups with Avulus. It was a 1-1 draw, so this is a bit of a tiebreaker in and of itself here, this best of 3, but yeah, OneMove, I've seen them absolutely run over higher level teams, top-tier teams, and then kind of fall down to the teams that you'd expect them to be beaten a little bit too often. So OneMove, again, I think they're a great team. I'm not taking anything away from them, but I think they do need to kind of show themselves up, and maybe that's just going to be once they get that playing experience, because they have been around as players for a while. So yeah, just getting more experience under the belt might just be what they need to get themselves into that position where they can challenge through qualifiers and get themselves to the big events.
Yeah, they're definitely more upstarts than the roster of Avulus, right? And they definitely have to, I mean, they're carving this road sort of on their own, whereas everybody on the side of Avulus has had experience in other teams with bigger players. I mean, Soneko is a big player and a big name in of himself, multiple majors, multiple TI attendances. So definitely a different kind of expectation for themselves, hopefully here as well for one move.
Yeah, and I think we are going to be able to get ourselves right into that draft. There it is, and we are going to see bans on the board, Sand King, Shadow Demon, as well as the Doom Puck taken away from the side of Avulus. On the other side, the Timber Sword just went through, the Tusk, as well as that Naga Siren Invoker and the Enigma. Funnily enough, a hero that you do see ban pretty much every single game, the Sniper is still there, and Avulus have this ban into the pick. So if you want to take something else out, they could maybe potentially remove something like the Marcy, the Visage if they want here too, and then pick that Sniper up in the next phase. And we saw yesterday Avulus play that Sniper. You know, Eki absolutely just dominated on it. So it's going to be one of those heroes that Avulus not going to be shy about looking to pick up here very early on, and is going to be that Visage ban.
Visage ban pretty expected. The puck ban though, that is definitely, we don't see that just like that pretty often. So that is definitely some respect being put on Difference's name here by Avulus. Do not want to deal with that.
Yeah, no, they completely, and it's giving the Master pick up here for one move into the Alchemist. Okay, so a lot of regen here coming through from these three heroes already. A lot of protection from the Omni Knight. Was it me and you, or was it me and Bowie that saw the Omni Knight yesterday, and it was just kind of you know, the Storm Spirit, I think it was us, right? The Storm Spirit jump was coming through from Moonlight. You're trying to get onto the Omni Knight, just couldn't get the kills off. And
again and again and again.
Yeah, and there's a reason this hero is banned out in the first phase more often than not. So it's surprising that Avulus do let it through. Like you say, in favor of that puck. In favor, I mean, just maybe opt into... Maybe if they have a plan, you know, if they think they can come against it and win, yeah, okay, let it through. But yeah, Avulus so far... The Mirana, the Ench picks, not really, to me, screaming Omni Knight counters.
No, to me not either. And this is, then it becomes a question, are you going to dedicate several cores to jumping? Are you going to perhaps just, you know, full frontline it and say, like, whatever this Omni Knight does, we can DPS through it anyway? Certainly the Windraiser here that can run in and hit an Omni Knight as well. But of course, the question is, if you're going for the Whirlwind, are you actually going to be able to get him down just like that?
Yeah, that's the kind of thing, right? Without that focus fire, the single target damage for the Wind Ranger, it really isn't there. It takes so long to kill a single single target that with that Whirlwind that it's really not worth it most of the time. So swings and roundabout for the Wind Ranger, that you lose a single target focus, but you do take better damage in the team fights once you've got the build out, once you have things like the Daedalus up, the Gleipnir coming through as well. So they're going to go for the Storm Spirit. Now, again, we did see this yesterday as a counter, you know, trying to deal with this Omni Knight, but the damage just wasn't there. And again, I'm looking at Avulus's team. So Ench Moran are probably going to be the supports here. Wind Ranger is the carry. Storm Spirit for the mid lane, looking for an off laner. I would like to see, I mean, yesterday we saw the Centaur for that jump ability, but it didn't really work in terms of the damage. But now, Avulus, looking at it, they have heroes that can do damage. You know, they have even the support's going to be able to do a lot of damage. But is the survivability really there? You know, do they have enough to get themselves through these fights without losing 2, 3, even maybe 4 heroes? Do you think?
Probably not. Like, Avulus should, if you run a lineup like this, be very prepared to just lose a hero or two every single fight, even if you're winning them. So if you're trying to snowball this game out, unless you get really lucky and you stay perfectly on top of the curve the entire time, is some blood's gonna spill. The difference between Avulus's lineup here and the one that we saw fail to take down the Omni Knight yesterday, of course, is that Mirana giving the extra damage to the Storm Spirit. Yeah. And I think that with that help, you might have enough DPS to do it with just a Storm Spirit.
Yeah, the Solar Flare, I think it was at Bowie that I said that it boosts up the Whirlwind as well for the Wind Ranger, so you're going to get the extra attack speed, extra attack damage on that. That's, you know, it's in the name, the Whirlwind, you know, it's quick anyway, it's a lot of damage coming out anyway, so that's going to be boosted up even more. It is going to be a Bristleback coming out here for one move. I would like to see Avulus go for Doom's ban out, Sand King's being banned out here as well. They actually ban out the Viper and the Timber. But something maybe like the Mars, the Primal Beast that can come out. Your Underlord, another really good pick that can, you know, it has lockdown, but it's going to be able to sit on the front. It's going to be able to disrupt one move's fight as well. You get into the middle of that and say, okay, if you want to fight, you're going to have to deal with me first.
I like the idea of the Mars, get some good control into here. We don't really do Tidehunter anymore, even though I think he could be a very good asset for a lineup like this with the added minus armor. Great aura builder as well, of course.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame with the Tide, but that's kind of the thing, right? A lot of teams see him as the ultimate only, and with that ultimate being nearly 3 minutes on cooldown, it's not really something that makes him great in these, especially with the early engages coming out. It doesn't really make him great in these fights early on. So he did evolve a little bit with the Dead in the Water coming out, that shard, but it's not enough to get him into the point where he is being constantly picked up and looking effective. So yeah, I would like to see my boy Tide just buffed up a little bit. Maybe reduce a cooldown on those ultimates, because it feels like the big ultimate cooldown heroes, they just don't have a place currently. So maybe adjust that kit a little bit more, or just bring the ultimate down, just make it 2 minutes, 90 seconds. Why not?
Yeah, and then if you have to decrease the AOE a little bit, just so you can feel like it's justified or something, you can do that. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's what it takes to get the biggest fish of them all back on the field. I'm happy to make that sacrifice.
Yeah, I would like to see him make a comeback, because, like I say, he's fun, right? And you always get there's a bit of excitement around the Ravages as well. It's always nice to see. So, yeah. Justice for my boy on the Tidehunter. But one move, coming back to the draft, you do ban out that Primal Beast here, so I wonder what the final pick is going to be. Potentially looking mid laner, the Ember Spirit will come out, and Avulus, well, I mean, the Storm Spirit is already there. They've banned out the Huskar themselves, and you wouldn't maybe see that shift out. But yeah, Avulus on the other side, like I say. Underlord, maybe a Pangolier here, something like that. But, just something that's going to be able to disrupt these fights and, shake up one move just a little bit.
Yeah, Pangolier, Mars. I definitely think that the Underlord would be a little too static here. I mean, you have a lot of dynamic heroes on your side, though.
Yeah.
But so does one move. And I feel like the Underlord would probably suffer a bunch in the lane versus the Alchemist.
Yeah, maybe.
Something that...
Maybe. Is there anything else? Is there anything else you're looking at particularly here for Avulus to pick up?
I mean, my brain did, oh man, that's just 4 melee heroes on all of the side lanes. Pick a Timbersaw, but of course the one move is not that stupid. They've got that banned a long time ago already.
Yeah, and again, Axe, another dead hero, so even if it is melee heroes, it's not something that we, might see here. Jibei, like I say, does like the Pangolier. Maybe something like the Razor as well, if he wants to go for that, at a distance. Yeah, could be the Pango. Shouldn't even question it. It's Jibei after, that's it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Good.
And that does put every single one of Avulus's players on what I'd consider to be a signature. This is a very, very comfortable draft for them.
Yeah. Stormstormer is, on the Storm Spirit. I think that's, like I say, it's the Storm Spirit or the Invoker that comes to mind with me when you think of him. But yeah, smiling out on that Wind Ranger. Eki, maybe the Lion is taking top spot after yesterday. That looked really good, but the Moran's still gonna have a bit of impact here. And again, Avulus, they do have a lot of sustain coming through with Seneko. You're gonna have those wisps, you're gonna have the heals on him. This hero is just an absolute menace to take down. I was watching a game, and again, if you don't have the burst damage, if you don't have 4 or 5 heroes trying to kill the hero off, this essentially will walk away with not a scratch on her. With the amount of heals that come through from this one, it is absolutely ridiculous here. So looking at these two lineups, do you have a favorite coming in? Just based off the heroes that have been picked, ignoring the teams for now, 5v5 is the one that you are leaning to?
I think one move is going to have a real big problem trying to focus anybody down. Their heroes are really not suited to that at all. A lot of chip damage, a lot of for the long fights. And I think Avulus is going to do much better in the short term. Which means if you can pick and choose your targets, you get a couple of heroes down already. One move might not even be in a position to continue that long fight that they want afterwards. So I'm thinking Avulus here, and if one move want to get anything done, they're going to really have to work around that solar flare.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it is going to go. Whether Avulus have the damage to take down the other side of one move, or whether this Bristleback Alchemist and the Omni-Knight sustain even the Marcy to a point. If she'd be able to get in. Okay, a couple of hockey spoke. But yeah, if they're going to be able to get themselves to a point where maybe one move become unkillable, found out in this first game. And don't forget, everybody, if you want to get involved for the final time this season, not this year because we do have a LAN coming up, but for online, if you want to get involved, head yourself over to the 1xBet app or the 1xBet website. Use that promo code 1XRLGEU for up to 100% bonus on your first deposit. Available on all first deposits. Make sure you check those terms and conditions as you get yourselves involved. But Eki... Yeah, he seems to have noticed a trend here. 5 melee heroes, and just asking, what was the thought behind that? Maybe doing the player interview for us here. You will see. That doesn't sound ominous. Ominous. Or maybe it is ominous with the yes. Oninite telling us.
No, you gotta trust in that, man. Your tongue knew what to say without your brain ever getting in the way there.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right for me. That's pretty standard.
I'm thankful for that pause, by the way. It made me able to close my blinds. I thought, this is Finland. We're done seeing the sun. And then no.
Yeah, it's like us over here. We
blinded.
get the one random day in like October, November, where it's just like bright, sunny, and warm, and you're just like, my dude, I've put my summer clothes away. What's going on?
Mm-hmm. It's all in the box. I'm not getting them out again.
It's just to keep you guessing, Weather likes to be like that. So yeah, looking at this game. Actually, do we get a catch out here? Rain is going to try and throw the Hammer of Purity through. He's taking a little bit of damage from this one. Not skilled anything up just yet. Chase down, but Jibby does have the body block, so going to lose a little bit of that shield from the shield crash. Do they get the damage out? Because you can see that one move, they're making their way over onto this one. In fact, Woe's going to start with just going in with a nasal go onto this. And Jibby, with the unstable concoction, this might be first blood. They give it over to Triple S. Not only does he start with a bonus gold on the board from the seed money, not only is he going to be able to get a couple of these bounty runes up, starting with the first blood gold as well. This is every alchemist's stream.
Yeah, and after all of that, the Mirana still has to skill the leap.
Yeah. Well, she had the option to leave, and chose to stick around anyway. So that's it's something that I think the Maranas probably want to go for anyway. Maybe that or the arrow. I think times have changed where you see like this full Starstorm build early on. So you want the point. I think you want to point in each before you build back into the Starstorm, and then you do just go 3-4 points into that Starstorm.
No, absolutely. But this is about not being able to necessarily secure the range creep here. And she did already use all of those leaps as well. So yeah, Ryan is going to smack her around with that hammer a bunch now.
Yeah, that's the big thing, right? That you do only get 2 leaps now. You don't get 3. You get that third one back on the shard, which I think why we're seeing so many Maranas rush it, even core Maranas. They're just like, I want that shard early on. As soon as it's available, I'll pick it up. But yeah, you do only get 2 leaps now on the Marana, so that is a little bit of a nerf on the skill itself, and yeah, a little bit of nerf to the Marana in the lane. So we'll see how Eki's gonna be able to deal with this here. In the bottom lane, I didn't realize as well it was going to be a position 1. I wasn't looking at the pickups, I was looking at like the fastest and stuff, but yeah, position 1 on the Bristleback, position 3 Alchemist. I wasn't expecting that to come out, but it is going to be, I suppose, with the Marcy here, a very dangerous lane with that pullback into the Acid Spray unstable, just like this. Smile Knight having to go for the win run away. The Dispose was already used on Marcy, so not going to be able to get the drag back onto Smiling Knight.
Of course, Smiling Knight here, he is all but immortal as long as he's still got the wind run, but you know what?
Yeah, Unstable's going to fly through now underneath the tier 1 tower, but the tower is too busy hitting onto the creeps, and it looks like they're going to be able to get that kill right underneath the tier 1. And again, people always say to me, it'll be fine. If you're underneath the tier 1 tower, you get Dove, the tower, it'll change aggro. My dude, I have no idea how towers work anymore. It's like I can't shift aggro off the creeps. I can't shift aggro onto heroes. Like it says it's supposed to work like that. I don't know. I think maybe towers maybe just hate me if that's how it works.
That is entirely possible. And yeah, no, I was about to say that you are basically immortal with Windrun as long as you keep your positioning respectful of the insane amount of damage that these two put out. And yeah, they're also tanky. They can just dive under the tower, even if the tower would have changed aggro there. I don't think it matters.
No, not at all. And I don't think the Ench was in the point where she could contest back underneath the tower there as well, had to back herself up. So this is kind of the thing that I was looking at in the draft, that you do have, even if they're hypermobile, on pretty much everybody apart from the Enchantress. I mean, even the Enchantress gets a Hurricane Pike, gets a Sprawling Cow, can move in and around, but oh, there might be another death. Yeah, it will be. They take down the Ench. But yeah, this is what I was looking at early on. You can get punished for this lineup, and there's not, even the Pangolier, not really, to me, a frontline hero. Like, to me, I'm looking at the frontline heroes like the Mars, like the Centaur, Alchemist, the Bristleback, all coming through that can stand, they can take a lot of punishment. Jibe on this Pangolier wants to be moving around, wants to be in and out of the fights, wants to be getting the shield crashes and the swashbuckles, but doesn't want to be standing, taking spells, taking right clicks here. And this is kind of my big worry for the Avulus lineup, that do they just get punished to the lack of tankiness of the team itself?
Certainly in the laning stage here, like, they are not geared up whatsoever to deal with a bunch of really tanky heroes that are just running at them. Look at this, level 3.
No, and Rain's going to be able to get a double kill in the top lane. Jimmy will fall down 0-6, but our power shot comes through for the slow. So the Ench this time will be able to get away, but one move this early on, winning every single lane.
Of course, this is not going to last, right? The Storm Spirit is going to get 6, will not be a good target anymore. The Wind Ranger, as she levels up, is going to have more tools in her kit as well, including that Shackle Shot, depending on when you want to take the first point in it. They are going to get harder to catch. The mobility of one move is not going to increase that much at all. They're almost at max right now. It's only the Ember Spirit who's going to gain anything.
I mean, you might get a couple of Blink Daggers in here as well. Smart Knight, if they want to try and go with the chase down, Triple S is going to try and throw that Unstable Concoction out, but it looks like the tower actually helps get that kill. Rain rotates in. Suneko going to take a little bit of damage here from the Hammer Purity. The power shot's going to be off the mark. Not me. Or did it connect? I think it did. It just wasn't enough damage to get the kill there. So not me. Going to be able to move himself back, barely surviving through that power shot, which, okay, good shot coming through from the Wind Rangers, just not enough to kill.
Not enough to kill just yet. Oh man, and this Bristleback is going to go for the Blade Mail first item. And I gotta say, I don't know what you do against it as Avulus.
No, this is going to be pretty, I mean...
Damage is your whole shtick. It's basically everything you do.
Yeah, and if he gets that, like you say, that quick Blade Mail coming out into, I imagine it's going to be the Bloodstone next. I know a lot of strats are ignore the Bristleback until the end of the fight, but the damage he's going to be outputting here, Suneko's going to go down again. Rain gets that kill, and they're just happy to leave this Bristleback 1v1 up against Shibi, because really, what's the kill threat coming through this early on from the Pango onto the Bristleback?
Absolutely none. I mean, the Pango is going to be decently happy that he is relatively uncontested. A Bristle alone can't really touch a Pangolier unless the Pango severely overplays his hand. So at the very least, you've got that going for you, which is nice. But in the meantime, the supports are...
Yeah, Rain, he gets the credit for the kill, but Difference setting that one up. And again, no level 6 coming out onto the Storm Spirit. Just, going to get punished once again. And the 6 is up for the Ember Spirit. So, good jump in. A lot of damage coming through the Storm Spirit. Just no way out of that. The TPs were a little bit late. And now, Smart Knight, because he TP'd in to help out that Storm Spirit in the mid lane, Smart Knight's going to be left vulnerable. Can he get himself away from this one? The Windrun comes out, but the chase is on. And it looks like Smart Knight, the Windrun's going to wear off underneath that tier 1 tower. No dive this time from the side of one move.
Well, not this time, but Not Me is already hovering.
He's looking for it.
A rebound with Smiling Knight's name on it.
And even though the Alk, 18 last hits, 19 last hits here, so there might be the chase down to Jibe. Jibe only level 5 now as well. No Rolling Thunder to come through. Searing Chains, they've got the lockdown. They've got this Nasal Goo now as well. They should have enough. One more right click. Difference going to be able to burn him down there with the Flame Guard back on the bottom lane. Stormstormer, he jumps himself in. There's going to be 3 heroes around him though. Do they have enough to maybe take down Rain? Rain, he gets low into this one. He's still not dead. He's going to be able to get the repel off, keep himself alive. And Suneko is in trouble. This is going to be another kill. Another 3 kills overall on the board. And Avulus, yeah, my dude, this is just, it's looking, in fact, they might be able to go for more. Do they want to dive underneath the tier 1 tower? They've got 3 heroes onto this one. The Shackle comes through. Power shot onto Not Me as well as Difference. But Difference making the difference here. They get another kill, 12-1. 2k net worth lead, so it's not a massive gold lead here. Not Me, he might go down. Searing Chainsaw, the Starstorm, it is going to be enough with Arrow. Eki, he will get that kill. The leap away, though. The Unstable Concoction was already flying. Slider Fist comes out. Eki, can he get himself away from this one? There's no Roshan to deny himself this time. Looking for the runaway, but there's going to be no leaps here from Marana. Okay, high ground here, but Difference, he still gets the kill. And one move, they're absolutely running away with this game 7.5 minutes in. Searing Chains, Acid Spray.
Started so early.
Suneko down. He might be able to get himself away from this one. Yeah, Difference with being so low, he's going to be vulnerable to one more power shot, so he is looking for that exit. Rain, maybe just trying to buy him space, buying the time as Not Me comes back in as well. The power shot going to be... It's enough. He hits that. He hits that blind. Checking PC. there's some aimbot going on there for Smart Knight, as they're going to be able to dive once again onto him. The drag back into that acid spray, unstable concoction. Storm Spirit jumps himself in, but not before they get the kill onto the Wind Ranger, and now Rain is going to be pretty down low. It's going to be the Storm Spirit dives for that. Will be able to get the kill in the end. Gives up the 4 times kill spree here onto the Omni Knight, but again, this is a 14-4 in terms of kills, and Avulus, they're just given so much space. In fact, all 5 heroes are 1 point down here for Avulus, giving all the space in the world over to the Bristleback.
Yeah, I mean, the score looks bad, right? But the goal differential is not actually that big.
No. But it kind of worries me when one move can do this. You say, okay, that hero, we're going to go and kill them, and then they just go and kill them. It's a little bit worrying.
I mean, I very much enjoy it, though. This is, if you're playing 5 melees, then yeah, this is absolutely the way you got to play it. What a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the run at Dota, like this is one move going full Devi. This is what I'm used to seeing in Eastern Europe of days past. This is, there was a reason, like, people saying, oh, Southeast Asia, it's so aggressive, oh, they dive, oh, it's like, my dudes, look at Eastern Europe, look at the way they play Dota, like, the good old days where VP was on top, and the game plan, we get to 10 minutes, we get our first set of items, and then we just 5-man fight until the game is over one way or the other.
Yep. No, and this is now where that goal differential might just start extending, because now you're at a point where you've taught Avulus well and truly that they absolutely cannot find you, which means it's time to claim their towers.
Yeah.
This bot tower here completely abandoned already.
And what do you think Avulus needs to do? Is it going to be the dive in? Eki can get himself away. He's only got that one leap. The Searing Chain's going to root him down. Arrow will be point blank though. Eki will be... He's got no TP scroll. But Difference not going to go for the full aggression. Not sure what was behind the Mirana, because there are teammates missing off the map. So Difference doesn't want to get caught out in a 1v3 or a 1v4. We'll just back out and just say, I think the Mirana's learned a lesson. I'll let her off with a warning here. Whoa, Rolling Thunder will come through. That Blade Mail will be used here. Rolling Thunder connects onto the Omni Knight as well. Do they have enough damage to get the kill onto Whoa, there's going to be heals coming through from the Omni Knight. Storm Spirit jumps himself backlines. He's not going to be able to get the repel off. Surely, Hammer of Purity comes through. He does Guardian Angel. Going to be able to keep both him and the Bristleback alive. And now Jibei, he's out of that Rolling Thunder. He's going to try and keep himself alive with the mech, but the dive comes in. Difference will be able to get the kill on Jibei. No way to survive through that one. They lose the Mirana now as well. And this is just, again, it feels like from bad to worse for Avulus.
And they did this one to themselves. This was completely unforced. They took that fight. And I'm saying before, the Mirana needs 6. There is no way in hell that one move need to respect you because you don't have any damage output before this Mirana hits 6. And she's 5.5.
Yeah.
You could just take it easy for a second, wait until she has that, and you win that fight guaranteed, because there's no way the Omni Knight gets the Guardian Angel off there.
Yeah, and that's kind of one of the things, right? That we were talking about Moonlight on that Storm Spirit in the series yesterday. That was a Storm Spirit that handily won the lane up against the Timbersaw, had a 2-level advantage, had a massive gold lead on his mid lane counterpart, and pretty much everyone on the opposite team, and still fell down up against the Omni Knight into the late game. And now I'm looking at it. This Storm Spirit, Stormstormer, he's behind the Ember Spirit. He's only just hit level 9. Level difference isn't too big between him and, well, him and everybody else on the Casa 1 move. He's still not got that Orchid up. So Stormstormer, one Galvanized stack to his name as well. This is feeling really rough for Stormstormer.
He is not having a good time. The fact that they killed him on the mid lane with 2 creeps remaining before he gets his 6 was absolutely brutal.
And
he's going to suffer from that the entire game. All right, Mirana is 6. You can put a fight together now if you're Avulus. And for one move, you definitely need to start, because they've been running in headlong up until now, and versus the Solar Flare, you need to be able to retreat back out from your positions and step away during the peak of the damage boost, because otherwise you are in for a bad time.
Yeah, I mean, the peak is 12 seconds long. This spell's getting nerfed. There's no way this spell doesn't get like a...
Oh yeah, the peak lasts way too long.
Yeah, like a duration reduction or something like that, because 18 seconds with a 6-second build-up, so you get 12 seconds of just, I'm at max power. I may be playing a position 4, but I do the damage of a position 1. This spell's definitely getting nerfed.
Absolutely. I think you can halve everything about it, and it's still really good.
Yeah, no, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would probably be the way to go. I mean, they probably don't do it straight away, but they probably maybe nerf the duration a little bit. As Jibei, his duration's going to be nerfed. It's not me. Gets the credit for the kill. The Unleash comes out, and again, the mechanism not going to keep him alive. So, yeah, we'll see how the Frog plays around with that one. Hopefully, the patch date has changed, I think, to November 1st. Or, you know, that's the that's the time when Act 4 is predicted to come out, whether they change that again or not. But hopefully we do get a balanced patch with that, as well as the bird hero himself.
Yeah. Does Dota 2 have like a Nate Silver yet? Somebody who like, you know, aggregates all of the predictions? We could use that.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Is that what Nox is for? Or is Nox just purely stats?
No, it's definitely, I guess, one of the...
Oh, contestant onto this big
I'm not sure.
They want to go for
Not
this
getting
one.
anything, though.
Yeah, arrow flies through, and it looks like different... I actually think he's going to try and go for this Marana, and he does. Searing Chains comes through. Can he go into Eki? The dive comes in from now the Marcy, and they get the damage off. The Marana betrayed by our own sidekick, as Difference could be able to get that kill on the board. Hastrun here for Difference too. Let's see what they're going to try and do with this. If they want to try and make an aggressive move, or just going to keep it in the bottle for now.
And still no opportunity to have used that solar flare here. No good positions for the fight. And I gotta say, I am loving how Difference is playing this Ember Spirit right now. The pickup of the Ember with the... I mean, he is double impact. We're not looking at the Searing Chains, but the impact that the Chains have been able to have already has been ridiculous in this game. And here, Shiva, again, do you...
Yeah, he's
still has half his health before he can roll, and he doesn't want to roll.
No, he doesn't want to use that spell. Oh, he's going to go for it in the end. Okay, with the TP, he bounces back, though. Do the other damage, you know. He's going to be able to pinball himself out of that one. I was a little bit, you know, when he was on the roll back, I was like, okay, this is a big risk. But yeah, they don't have the damage to get the kill. But yeah, now they have the space, and then another roll and thunders down. You can see one move. They're setting up for a Roche take here, it looks like.
Yeah, Ryan just dropped a banner in mid. I don't see players do that a lot anymore. But I think he's still a little, you know, he's pulling his nose at the people who dared question the all melee draft.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to give an explanation, like, you know, if they end up winning this game to... Eki, just let him know. Yeah, the all melee draft, it works. Yeah, I mean, you don't have Faces Void, you don't have an Enigma, you don't have Timbersaw. You know, all melee draft. What are you gonna do? Because how many nights?
What do we do when we come for you?
Is he dead? He is. This time, he is gonna be taken down. So another kill on the board, but 20-5. 6k net worth lead. It is starting to grow now for one move. They are getting themselves into this one, and maybe this is them being warmed up. You know, they did play a series before this in a different event, and Avulus, they only have that coming up a little bit later on. So one move coming into this one, it may be, you know, predicted to be on tilt, but just warmed up. They're fired up. They want to get themselves back in the swing of it, and so far this game they're looking like they are in control.
Yeah, it's felt like that with one move yesterday as well, right? Like coming off of another series that also didn't go too well for them.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Oh, Stormer. Oh, you poor man.
Oh.
It was all of his mana too.
He's got a regen rune going. He's going to be fine. Fine, no TP scroll. I mean, he might not be fine.
Like, he might live, but that's not how you wanted to use all of those resources.
No, not at all. Absolutely not, no. Yeah, the Orchid is up now, but again, the Aegis for the Bristleback, and the Bristleback should be solo in this mid lane, looking towards this tier 2 tower. And Avulus just playing keep away here, but not the good kind, where you can kind of get yourself... I've not seen this Wind Ranger get involved in the fights, actually, since she was being dove under towers. So this is something that maybe... item-wise, Smile Knight needs to be thinking about sooner rather than later. It looks like he is going towards the BKB before the full Gleipnir.
I think he has to. They're going to be in his face, otherwise there is no way that his own damage output is ever going to be enough. It's really all down to, can we get the right angles on this fight with the Solar Flare at max?
I'm just watching Storm. Storm, he dives in, he Orchids Triple S, who's already got the Chemical Rage going, who pops a Blade Mail, and Storm's is just like, well, shit, I'm just killing myself here. I have to leave before the silence wears off, otherwise I am dead. And Triple S is just like, not a scratch on me, you know, I'm fine, I'm healing up. What are you really going to do against me 1v1, dude?
Absolutely nothing. No, this Orchid, sure, it has the Omni Knight's name on it, but at the same time, down to your 6k behind. Oh, Smiling Knight just got God.
Oh, this is not good. He'd already used the Whirlwind to try and find farm as well, and Difference will pick up the kill. I know what he's trying to do. He's feeling like the Radiant side of the map is unsafe, but when you've got the march around by one move like this, and look at this, the Bristleback, they have cut the creep wave. We're 18 minutes in. This tier 1 tower in the mid lane, it might just go down because Storm is trying to try and brute force it, but whoa, he's already making a move onto this tier 3 tower mid. The creeps are dead now, so just going to do what damage you can before that backdoor protection kicks in. What damage can they do to this fight, though? As they get the lockdown, Eki will fall once again. The tier 1 tower goes down. Suneko picks that one up, but it is going to cost them another kill on the board, Avulus.
I mean, this is the best possible way of time dragging that I think you can do as Avulus here. But especially because it's the mid lane, it just really doesn't last long at all.
No.
There's another wave that's going to be coming in, and they have a wave up top as well. Woe hasn't moved away from your base in the last couple of minutes. And they can't make him.
No.
They can't.
This is
Goodness and why?
this is feeling like one of my pubs, you know, when there's no spirit vessel, there's no Skadi, there's no real way to deal with this Bristleback. He's just like, yeah, cool, I'm gonna walk up, I'm gonna hit you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. He's got an Aegis, he's got a Sanj and Yash coming out Blade Mail, going towards that Bloodstone. The survivability here is off the chart. Searing Chains onto the Stormspirit. The Stormspirit straight up dead. And again, seeing flashes of yesterday where the Stormspirit trying to dive to the back lines and just really not getting anything from it.
Amazing what you'll find laying around.
Painful. And I definitely think that Avulus missed a couple of moments in the early game where if you have a little bit more discipline, if you respect this other team a little bit more, you don't have to be this far behind at this point in the game. But
Yeah.
instead, one move just playing so fast, so disciplined.
Yeah, this is what I was maybe expecting from Avulus. You like say with one move maybe being
I've got Shibe.
yeah, Shibe. Well, they've got the control here. There's going to be no Rolling Thunder. The mech's going to keep him alive for a little bit longer. Do they have the damage to take him down? No Rolling Thunder. No, the Yule Scepter cancels that one off once again, and it looks like he might just... He's going to try and get himself a swashbuckle into the shield crash. But the damage, it still comes through, and Rain still picks him off here. And look at this one on the other side of the map. Triple S, he's going to be jumped on by two heroes, but Triple S, Unstable Concoction comes through. The Whirlwind, is it enough damage here? The Stormspirit going to get involved as well, but Difference already making a move towards this bottom lane. Triple S, he's got that Chemical Rage going. He's going to be able to live. Pops a Blade Mail, and Smile Knight has to back himself away.
My
Rain with the
lord.
heals. Unstable Concoction, and Eki will be the pick-off. And Triple S, he leaves not a lot worse for... again, what was just like... This is a PvP game. I've just been playing PvE all game. This is this looks really easy. There's other heroes in this game. I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, like I haven't seen them yet. You keep telling me about it, but sometimes I hear sounds in the bushes, like people quietly hissing themselves in fear. But apart from that, no, not really.
Yeah, 25 to 5, 21 minutes in. This is just... one move have come into this game and they have just deconstructed Avulus. And I think this is something that I've seen...
Violently.
Oh yeah, they're going to be able to go for even more.
Oh
Snake
my
goes down.
lord.
Shibi going to be bounced back as well by the Marcy. Suplex City, population, Panglia. As they go, yeah, 21 minutes in, going to look to a lane of racks, and this is something I've seen Avulus struggle with. When they're the team ahead, when they're the team in control, when they're the team that do get everything they want out of the match, they have, they have a free reign, they win it, no problems. A couple of fights maybe don't go their way, but overall they do have a game plan, they have a way in. But when other teams come in and they say, everybody has a plan until you get punched in the mouth, and they punch Avulus in the mouth, it throws them through a loop, it feels like, and they don't know what to do up against these teams that do set a higher pace, do play that Davai Dota.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit like Gaming Gladiator, right? Gaming also very baffled whenever somebody's faster than them, because that is their whole shtick. That's all they do. No idea what happens to them when that does happen.
Yeah, it's kind of like maybe a little bit of... They've never played against this before, they don't have a game plan for it. As Avulus, they're going to try and make a dive onto the... Well, do they have enough to take down the Alchemist here? Alchemist, Chemical Rage, Blade Mail's going here as well. Protection coming out from that Omni Knight. They're going to try and go for more on the back lines. Whirlwind's going to be going now as well. BKB was off. They take down Smiling Knight, dead. 47 seconds on the sideline. They're just going to call it. The GG, I think, comes out. Yeah, Stormer. He's going to be the 1-2 call that one with Suneko. Game, I mean, this has been feeling over for a long time.
It has. And one move here, Orion, GG. I'm very curious about what Avulus is thinking right now. I gotta say though, one of the things that I'm seeing here time and time again, and it's one of the things that I felt like I had to shut up about it a bit because people were winning with this Wind Ranger with the Whirlwind. But the more I see it, the more I think it's not worth it. There's a couple of these fights here where if you have a Wind Ranger with a Focus Fire, you can just take one of these heroes down and reset.
Yep.
But instead, all you get is to run in and hope that you hit them enough. And an Omni Knight, very happy with that. Okay, I just wait until one of them gets low enough, then I heal that up, and now you're in the middle of us. What are you going to do now? I feel like the Wind Ranger's window, if you think it's not viable without the Whirlwind, then maybe you shouldn't be playing it at all, because I don't see the Whirlwind as that big of an asset anymore.
Yeah, this is something that I've been saying since the first day that skill was released, that the Focus Fire is still in my eyes about a skill, like you say, that you're trading a lot, and I mean a lot, of early game pressure you can apply on this Wind Ranger for that potential late game fight. And if it goes your way, that's great. But yeah, like you say, if you aren't finding those early pickups on the Wind Ranger, if you are just popping that Whirlwind 1v1 and teams are just kind of shrugging it up, it tickles them because it's 1 every 4 arrows. You don't have the damage. I'm not saying I know better than pro players. I'm not, but I am saying that you do sacrifice a whole lot of early game potential on the Wind Ranger for that. Maybe we win the fights going late, and like this, if the opposite team says we're not going to go to the late game, then you don't get that potential from the Wind Ranger. The entire game plan drops off, and maybe we do see that Focus Fire returning a little bit, but for now, that is going to be the Wind Ranger and the rest of the team. In fact, 1 kill each apart from Pangolin, who didn't get any on the other side. Yeah, stacking them up here from the start of one move. They looked absolutely amazing from the get-go.
Yeah, indomitable even. Never a doubt in their minds here that none of the lanes went well enough for Avulus to do anything about it. And that is one of the biggest, we'll have to go back to the drawing board for this one that I've seen in recent times.
Yeah, so
Let's see. If anybody can do it, it should be Avulus.
Yeah, we'll see if they are going to be able to pull it back. It is a best of 3, so we have that chance for the reverse sweep, but one move going to be ahead and in control here. 1 game away from taking the top spot. Avulus, they need to fight themselves back in the second game to be in with a chance to go first and put one move in that second place, but one move completely in control. We'll find out how that second game is going to go right after this break.
OneXBet and Eva Alfie present betting on all esports events on the website and in the OneXBet app. OneXBet. Play with Eva. The new OneXBet energy drink. So you don't have to limit yourself tonight with only one victory. You can bet on any game at OneXBet betting company. Dota 2, KS2, League of Legends, and many others. Big wins, fast payouts, reliable bookmaker. The new breakthrough and innovative phone with OneXBet app. With OneXBet app, you can register and start betting in just 1 click. Intuitive interface and thousands of sports events every day. User-friendly app. Big wins, fast payouts.
Let's go. your skills into gaming. 1xBet.
Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect. Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect.
Hello, son.
Hi, Mom.
Pretty girl.
This is Eva.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much. Your dad's just making his favourite dinner. It's duck. Come on inside. They're all probably too gruesome to tell you while you're eating at the table. How's your food? Is everything okay? Good, good. You seem to know each other.
Yeah. This is the new ambassador for 1xBet.
Oh, I see.
Everyone felt good when Eva Elfie became the new ambassador of 1xBet.
Welcome back in, everybody, to the second game here of the grand finals between Avulus and One Move. One Move in that last game, they just hit the accelerator and forgot where the brakes were, and Avulus, they just could not slow down that moving train that was One Move. So, looking at the second game here, Kips, do you think that we might be seeing a couple of those bans, maybe the Omni-Knight, maybe the Alchemist being taken away by Avulus, or do we just run it back? Do we see if Avulus have a game plan this time?
I mean, some adjustments on your own side, some adjustments on the other side. I definitely do think that that Omni-Knight needs to go if this is the kind of playstyle that you want to be running with. But I gotta say, the fact that the duration of the blade mails is basically enough for the side of One Move to take down one or two of your heroes already, and you can't really do anything against them because you're just pure damage, that is an overall lineup problem and not just something that you can fix by taking an Omni-Knight out of the pool. So, yeah, a little bit more needs to happen.
Yeah, and we'll see if it will here coming through into the second game, because Avulus, like I say, it was just a run over. I think, again, they had no frontline heroes. They just had a lot of, we can be in and out, the heroes that like to dip in and around the fights, like to be around the edges, but not really in the center. And One Move, they were all center. You know, they're saying, wherever we're fighting, that is the middle of the fight, and you're going to have to deal with that. So I think we are going to be able to get ourselves into the draft to see how this one is going to break down between the two teams. And yeah, if we are going to get some different bans on the board, some different ways of coming into this one, because Avulus, no way they let that. There's no way they let the Omni-Knight go back through. It's just so much sustain, and sustain is the name of the game. It feels like in the current meta for Dota. So the more of those heroes you can take away, I don't want to say harder it is for One Move, but the different they have to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for me, it's definitely, I told this to T-Panda as well, like, it's very simple. If you run out of damage, then, being alive will still afford you the opportunity to still deal more damage in the seconds that come after this one. But if you run out of HP in 5 seconds, then no amount of extra time is going to give you that HP back. You are done.
Yeah.
So it's not strange that the pendulum eventually ends up on the side of being alive over dealing damage.
Yeah, so again, Avulus, they are one game down now. They need to try and bring this one back because it is only best of 3 here. There's one more chance for them to get into a reverse sweep. Pull it back to that game number 3. But One Move, if they get themselves on another run, if they're feeling themselves in the second game, they get that one on the board, as we are going to be able to get ourselves into the draft here. Let's take a look. The Alchemist is banned out from Avulus, but they let the Omni-Knight through again. I don't know about this one. I think, yeah, he was a big problem in that last series. A big problem yesterday. He is is a problem with a capital P there. They do get that Tusk on the board, so some saves for Avulus, but it's the sustain being offered by the Omni Knight alone. It can swing fights. They get that Marcy out, so the sidekick or the bodyguard going to be able to do the same job. They've got a save in there or an aggressive jump in with a dispose from the rebound. So yeah, I'm very, very surprised that they ban out the Luna. It looks like you're here, Avulus. In fact, how many bans did they have? They only had 3. So Sand King, Alchemist, and Doom. But they did have first pick, so they could have picked up that Omni Knight if they wanted it, or maybe even ban the Omni Knight, pick up the Sand King, but they won that Tusk. Okay.
They want that bristle back. Okay, so the longer fights, not necessarily an issue for them anymore now. Of course, the issue with the bristleback is that if the enemy does have the capability to pick off heroes with burst damage around you, then you are fairly ignorable, as you said in the previous match, which is the normal problem of a bristleback. And I do think that One Move have the capabilities of adapting their draft like that still.
Yeah, and One Move actually they did do Avulus a favor though with the Viper ban, so it's. But I mean, again, you have heroes. The Luna has been banned out here as well, but you do still have the heroes that maybe don't mind going towards the Shadowblade into the Silver Edge. You'll be able to build up that way. You could go for something a little bit different here with the Omni Knight, the Marcy, both offering protection. You could go back for something like the Gyrocopter if you wanted to. Still spills out a lot of damage. Can go for the Silver Edge there as well. It's not a hero we've seen a whole lot of, but I still think in the right game it is still incredibly powerful. Maybe something like the Usurper comes out as well. Yeah, there's going to be more than one route here for One Move.
I'll definitely have their options. Set now the Bad Rider on board, and now they move into the... Yeah, I was thinking about the Morphling here, because if you want the ability to maneuver around these fights, you can see these two cores both very maneuverable. If you want to be able to either burst that bristleback immediately, or alternatively have the option of ignoring him and bursting down heroes around him, then these are exactly the two kind of cores that you want to do that with. And of course, the Bad Rider does present an issue here, but on the other hand, both of these... very capable of building Lincoln Sphere, of building Lotus Orb. So
yeah,
that will probably just be a planned stop on their item itinerary now.
Yeah, and the Timbersaw gonna absolutely love coming up against any hero in this Avulus lineup so far, because you've got, 3 strength and 1 universal. Is the Beastmaster universal? Is he...
5 seconds remaining.
He is, right? It's 2 strength, 2 universal.
He is, yes.
Yeah,
2 strength, 2 universal.
Always forget, because I don't have them set out
Feels
in
good.
strength, agi, and I just have, like, the lanings, like the roles for the heroes, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the Beastmaster, I mean, again, the Timsaw is going to love this. He's like, oh, this Whirl and Death is going to feast coming into these fights. And again, 3 melee heroes on the side of Avulus. It is going to be 3 on the side of One Move, but Timsaw is going to be loving to dive in the middle of this mosh pit that Avulus is bringing to the fight so far.
Yep, I mean, it's One Move. One Move just did this, and One Move had the Timbersaw banned in advance to make sure that this exact thing wouldn't happen to them, and now Avulus has to work around this hero that's going to do so unbelievably much damage to them, as well as being very hard to lock down. And
I wonder if they look... Well, they can wait, right? Because Avulus do have the next pick. This ban coming on the board, and they're going to have the next pick. So One Move, if they want to, you can put that Timber in the mid lane, depending on what comes out from Avulus, and then they can put another offlaner against. But I mean, the Timbersaw's still going to have a great time against the Bristleback here. That's not a lane that, as far as I know, he's too bothered with. I've not seen it since the the Facet patch came out, but yeah, I really don't think the Timbersaw worries about this Bristleback in the lane.
I don't think he will either. Morphling feels pretty decent versus the Beastmaster, good at taking down boars, does not care too much about the axis damage. So Sniper, we expected to see in previous game, and was he completely ignored there?
I think he was, yeah.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough.
Okay, so what beats the Sniper in the lane? I don't think you put the Timbersaw up against this one, but do you go back for something like the Dragon Knight here, or is that a little bit greedy for the lineup?
Go back to the Dazzle.
Yeah, that is another one we saw yesterday. Did it win the early part of the game? I don't know. I've slept since then, but it felt like in the
it did. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was because he was diving with the poison touch, right, and getting the kills. And yeah, I know that was a pretty big pickup. So see if one move they go for the primal beast though. Okay, yeah, I'm looking towards this one move lineup once again. Difference, he's going to take a little bit of harass against Stormstormer in the lane, but he's going to have that dive. There's no mobility on the sniper. Good control. You're only really too worried about what? Once the BKB's out, Lasso and Raw to interrupt the Pulverize as well, and you maybe want to use that on the Morph and on the Timbersaw. So one move, they've spread the targets out. They've said, okay, we are going to go aggressive once again. We're going to look to dive you. And Avulus, do you think their response in this draft is good enough to maybe see this second game up for them?
I mean, they definitely have the ability to take separate targets out this time around, focus firing a lot easier. But I gotta say that Soneko has one hell of a game ahead of him. He is going to have to be constantly next to Stormstormer, and any misplay that he makes will cost Stormstormer his life. And honestly, even if he plays this perfectly, I'm not sure if there aren't just too many layers of engagement on one move to say, like, fine, we just wait out your snowball, and then or you pull him away first, and then we snowball him. We're just going to be on your tail the entire time, and we don't have to care about the rest of your long fight damage, perhaps. Yeah. So Avulus once again with a challenge here. I think I'm not sure if I favor them. No,
I think they have a little bit of a better chance than the last game. I think the last game again, it was just too much on the squishier side. Say that 5 times fast without doing the Sean Connery impression. But yeah, just the heroes were all about being around the fights, being able to play in and around, but no one that could take that pressure. And especially when the dive started to come through. What am I reading here? Rematch, go, go, go. Yeah, the device will not repeat the naughty word, but it's fun to see everybody's having fun with this as well. I think that's the main thing that you see some teams. There's some BM tips, there's a lot of voice lines, and like they kind of get on each other's nerves. But here, the teams they're having fun with it. Yeah. They're absolutely fine. Yeah, they know.
I mean, one move is here for the money.
Yeah, that's...
As is Avulus.
I mean, RES, they can't do anything with the RES points, but it's nice to have them because, yeah, Avulus, even if this finishes in one move's favor, they will be, I think, overall 2 points behind. It's how close it was over the 4 seasons we've had here in RES. But yeah, they will just fall short of getting to that line. Avulus have already locked it in on points, but it's still a pride thing. You want that first place, you want the prize money, but you want to be able to say that, yes, we've walked away against one of the better teams in Western Europe around this, this level, and we've taken the win. We've fought them and we bested them. So one move, it is pride and money on the line for them. And don't forget, everybody, if you want to get involved, you can head yourself over to the 1xBet app, 1xBet website. Odds are on the screen there. Use that promo code 1XRLGEU for up to 100% bonus on your first deposit.
Yeah, and if one move continued to look like they have so far in this series, those are some pretty decent odds, I'd say.
So, how is this lane going to play out? Difference... Does he... He's not skilling anything. I'm just thinking what the Primal Beast wants to go here. He's actually going to go for that Onslaught first. Yeah. I was thinking, yeah, maybe Trample, maybe just to get a value point on that up row around level 4, potentially.
No, I definitely believe in the upper point here, especially when you're up versus a sniper. It's all physical damage. You would like to grab yourself that bonus armor.
Yeah. So... it's going to be interesting how much damage you can be able to do. He did go for the upper level 2 here. Stormstormer, what facet? He went for the ghillie suit and not the shrapnel here. Bottom lane, Rain going to take a lot of damage. Is he just going to go straight for the TP out on the Omni Knight? He goes. I mean, I think he could have walked back just as quick there, but I guess he was just like, no, I'll go for the TP behind the tier 1 tower. His Smart Knight in the top lane, taking a lot of pressure coming through from one move, and this is just how the end of the last game. They're going to start it up straight away. Look to be able to force out and fight here up against Avulus.
This top lane, everybody with sticks in their pocket. The region's so important here. Smiling Knight's looking better right now. Only level 1 still on that Timbersaw.
Yeah, he's going to take a lot of pressure here. Will and Death comes out, but Seneko going to be bounced back, won't be able to get the kill. Okay, Triple S suffering a little bit in this lane. We'll see what he's going to be able to do once he gets that level 2. Yeah, what he's going to try and scale up. Do you go for the protection here? Do you go for that reactive armor on the Timbersaw?
I mean, I think that the ability to get yourself out of range is going to do more for you here, so I'm still thinking Timber Chain. That was going to happen.
Yeah, 1-1-1, skill builder-wise difference. He's got the bottle, going to be able to get both water runes here. Full health, full mana, going to be back on the board, and maybe even gets the dive out. Makes, top lane. It is going to be the Timber Chain at level 2 here. Chase down Seneko. Seneko taking a lot of pressure from this one, being run down. Triple S, does he want to try and go back, though? Might change targets, might just go back to farming. He doesn't want to waste too much time on this Timbersaw. He needs those levels, needs the gold on as well. But mid lane, once again, Trample's going to come through. It's a lot of damage already on Stormstormer, but difference. Not a lot of health left in the bank, so not going to stand around inside that shrapnel this time. Triple S, he does get the kill. Smile now. Can they get Seneko on the board again? Was that drag back? Not me. I think he'd already used the dispose, so won't be able to get that pullback here.
Yeah, and I honestly think that at this point, unfortunately, when you don't get the kill on the Timbersaw there, you empty out your entire mana pool for that on level 2. That Bristle was going to have to die to get his mana back. There was really, really no other way.
Oh, there's a reason this hero is banned more often than not. And yeah, Stormstormer, he's not having a good time here. Bottom lane, they're going to be able to go into GB as well. One move, they're hitting the pressure and they're just not stopping.
Incredibly aggressive once again. And yeah, now with the body blocks, you're not getting across this bridge, mate.
No, he's dead. They cut him off. They do the damage, and it's just not looking good here. Well, he takes down Shibe. They're going to be able to put pressure on Smile Knight once again in the lane. And Triple S this time, well, he's got a load of bristles chasing after him in mid-air for some reason. But yeah, this Timbersaw now, he's stacking the levels up, level 3. And meanwhile, it feels like Stormstorm is being pushed off the mid lane by this Prowess. In fact, they're going to have to go for more Smile Knight. Can he get himself away? He's going to try and do what he can with the bristle stacks, but the damage coming through. Blood Grenade will be used as well. Not me. He might go down to Seneko, but Triple S, he's not going to be able to find the return kill here. Timber Chain into the Well in Death, but now he is pretty low, no points into that reactive armor. Triple S trying to move himself away. Does he have the regen to survive through this one as well? TP scroll is up. Shards won't actually latch onto him. He will fall. So 2 kills on the board for Avulus, but maybe just an overextension here for one move rather than a lot of damage coming. Okay, Avulus do get the kill, they get the damage out, but overall...
Oh, Stormer.
Even with the TP in here, difference can be able to get the water and walk himself away from this. This Primal Beast absolutely ruining the sniper mid.
Yeah, maybe the sniper would have stood a slightly better chance if he would have had the scatter shot. Maybe able to burst some waves down before you actually, move rapidly back to the warm embrace of your own tower. But with the ghillie suit, this is for later in the game. This is a talent that boosts your ability for a skill that you're not going to get until, well, I'm not sure how long he's going to wait, but level 9? We're a long ways off.
The longer shrapnel, I don't know. They make the dive on Smile Knight once again. Difference, going to try and get right on top of Stormstormer. I'm just looking at the split screen here now as well. It looks like, can they get the kill off onto either one? It's the damage here. They do take down Difference, thanks to that rotation in from the Batrider.
That is a big deal. That Difference is level 7. Stormstormer just got level 5 off of that kill. And you need to stop the man before he runs away with the game. As here on top lane, Smiling Knight holding up under the absolute barrage that he's under. Very good regen management now. Has the mana boots, which means that now the damage is never going to be an issue anymore. But Difference has made his way over.
Yeah, he's going to try and make this dive happen here. He does have the ultimate up now, and does he want to try and use it maybe onto Seneko? Seneko, yeah, the pulverize will come through. Smile Knight has to walk himself back away. Difference, he gets that kill. Seneko will fall 6-3, and Smile Knight going to be forced off the lane once again. This is looking not great here for the Bristleback this time around. He is picking up the last hits, but he's being forced off this lane. Stormstormer at least going to get some peace in the mid lane, as once again, do they get the damage to get the kill? And yes, Smile Knight, the trample comes through. He got broken by the neutral, and Difference just comes and sweeps that up. Oh, even the neutral's on one move side here.
That is so sad.
And
Well,
yeah, that's something I didn't even think about. If Difference goes for that quick Ag Scepter, he's going to be able to get the breakout on the uproar. He's going to be able to, deal with this Bristleback in the fight. So just get on top to trample the uproar coming through. Bristleback's not really going to get a whole lot from this one Wisdom Rune. Here, Difference, does he get himself into it in time? He does. Does he get himself away now? The Pulverize is going to be used here. He is stood inside that flame, but it looks like Difference. Okay, the Snowball going to come through. So is it a Song of Ice and Fire to finally slay the beast? It is. Eki gets the kill. I mean, no, he's already gone down once, Difference, but that doesn't add to the narrative that I was building.
and that means that the sniper is finally alongside on the level basis. So,
yeah.
You know, Avulus, under pressure but holding. But yeah, as you said, there's more challenges coming up because that Primal Beast... What a perfect pick, now that I think about it.
Okay, not me. He gets picked off here by Eki. Can they go for more on this one? Difference is back in the lane. The Omni Knight was getting a free lane of farm in the mid lane here too, so Rain able to pick up the level 6 now as well. Shrapnel will rain down, but it looks like both heroes on the side of one move will be able to back themselves away.
And my concern is now for this bot lane here, because Shibe has been left alone a bit, but he has basically no stacks behind him. One or two.
Yeah.
And now all of the attention is going to be on him.
Oh, Jibi. This is the big thing as well, right? That I'm surprised they went for this Beastmaster pick after the last game, because the Beastmaster isn't what he used to be in terms of aggression, in terms of fight. You want to be, getting the fight. You need to get that first item Ag Scepter. If it's not, okay, I get a Helm and the Dominator, I push down buildings now. It's, okay, I spend, 10-15 minutes looking for my first big item after the Mana Boots, which is that Ag Scepter. And yeah, one move again, they're gonna punish for this pick here. Gonna be able to take down this tier 1 tower. Well, he's having a free time on the Morphlin, not really being aggressed on. Difference making these big rotations to find the kills. They're giving free lane experience over to the supports. Avulus, again, maybe just a little bit baffled when it comes to playing the game so quickly. Then one move, they're foot on the gas. No breaks here for them on both of these games.
Perhaps, but here, this adaptation that they made, where the Bristleback is now clearing out the enemy triangle, definitely helps, because previously we saw them reacting to these moves from one move, bringing heroes in too early, trying to defend towers when they really weren't ready yet, and now it's instead, okay, fine, our Beastmaster dies, that means we immediately invade on the other side of the map, get some aggressive vision in, and take some farm away that could have otherwise gone to the enemy. So they're learning, even if maybe not fast enough. Smiling Knight.
Okay, Lasso comes out here. Can he get the kill to Difference? Mana, it's going to be pretty darn low at the beginning of this fight now as well. They have the Guardian Angel. Protection coming through onto Difference. Dive comes in. Not Me's going to be able to get to the back line. So we have the damage to get the kill, though. Shmana gets pretty darn low, but it looks like Not Me dove in a little bit too deep behind space and time. And I mean, that was a 2 versus... Was that a full... No, it was, the Beastmaster was on the bottom line. That was a 2 versus 4. 3 versus 4, I guess, with the Omni Knight. And still, they only turn around Avulus and get the pick off onto the Marcy.
Difference once again completely unpunished. So this top tower is going to go down now. Yeah, the timer is ticking for Shibe, and he is only halfway to his Ags. That is just not fast enough.
No, the Morphlin's going to be able to move up to this top lane here as well. They do get the kill into Rain, so he gets caught out of position in the mid lane. Again, 2-3 heroes around to punish him. Snako going to be able to get the initiation on that one, and that's one of the big things that the Omni Knight doesn't have. He doesn't have that mobility to get himself away once he's engaged on. Marcy in the mid lane, though, this tier 1 tower still only taking about a third of its health, and now the defense is going to come in from one move. We'll see what they want to try and do here. Try and fight this one out. Difference going to be able to get himself in the middle of this one. Drag back on to, do they get the kill? Shaneko's going to get low. They do take this one down here. Difference has to move himself back, though. The damage coming through, it is starting to stack up from the sniper.
And the damage from the sniper and the drinking buddies used on the catapult there to ensure as much damage as possible on that tower. Pretty clever by Shaneko.
How's Jibe looking? Jibe, he's going to be, what, 1,500 gold? So it's still not quick for the Beastmaster, but he is finding a little bit of space.
Yep. But the real deal here is that you want to farm that Aghanim Scepter. If you're having a good game, you want to be farming it in front of your tier 1 tower. Your tier 1 tower is dead. You've made these 2 stacks here for yourself, and you haven't been able to take them yet. Has been too much pressure on you. And they might still get contested here, depending. Now, the rest of your team is smoked up to defend it. Let's see. Difference moving in. And Jibe backing off.
Yeah, the smoke, it could, again, delay that accept. Do they want to dive to the back line? Say Difference might see him. Jibe around that tier 2. The smoke is going to wear off now. Jibe, though, does he get the vision out? It looks like he might just know this is happening here, Jibe, so he does back him. Maybe not. Walking up to the high ground. Do they have the damage to get the kill? There's going to be the diving 3 heroes. They do enough now. With the pulverize coming through as well, they do secure the kill onto Jibe. Slow that acceptor down just a little bit longer. Now they're even going to be able to invade for these stacks. And the Morphin, everybody get involved. Sniper, going to try and do what he can. Guardian Angel will be used. But do they have the damage here? Snowball all on. So they've got the lockdown. Difference here. Do they have enough to keep him out? No. The Omni Knight will fall. So Difference looks like he's going to go down too. The Assassinate will fly through. Takes him down in the end. Triple S wants to get involved. Seneco's going to get pretty darn low. Backlines here. Whoa. What's he going to be able to do? That Firefly's coming out as well. They get the kill onto Not Me. So now Triple S as well. They do need to leave. They get the kill onto Seneco. So a bit of a bonus after the Beastmaster. But he will still lose 3.
That's solid enough for Avulus, but that's still, once again, a delay for Jibe, who's now just backed off towards the top side. It's like, if you want to stop me from getting my Aghanim Scepter, then come all the way to this corner of the map and come find me here so that at least the rest of my team isn't bothered about it.
Yeah. And
the problem is that he's right under the gate and they're coming through.
I was just looking at, whoa, he's still finding this farm on, but yeah, the dive coming through. Jibe can get himself away. Diving was that rebound back into the pulverize. It will be here now. The bodyguard gets used as well. Blaymail is out for the Primal Beast, but Jibe, he does use that roar. Chase down. Do they want to try and go for more here? They've got backup, but nobody from the side of Avulus coming to back that Beastmaster up. Smoke will be used. They're going to try and maybe cut off. Well, does he want to try and use that Twin Gate to get towards the rest of his team? He is moving towards the camps, but not that Twin Gate here. Can they get a cut off? Can they try and get a kill? Not Me. He might be that first point of contact. If they do lose the Marcy, I don't think they're going to be too fussed about this overall, but they still wanted to get the kill onto Jibe before the Marcy gets picked off like that.
Yeah, but really not enough, and that was... I think that's just well played by Avulus. They take the mid tower down while the entirety of the enemy team is chasing out the Beastmaster. Beastmaster gets away, wastes a lot of time because there is so much space on the map up there. And then afterwards you get a little pick-off kill as well. I'm not confident about it, because one move has felt so dominant, but I think we might be entering a little bit of a lull here as far as one move's actions are concerned. Because we need to wait a little bit on the Blink Dagger for Difference, and the Aghanim Scepter for the Beastmaster is now up. That's certainly got to give them a little bit of pause. Yeah, Aghanim's Bristle as well. Very nice.
Yeah, this feels like Avulus. They've weathered this one move early storm, like you say. They've been able to come out fairly. In fact, they've got the net worth lead, and in terms of kills, they are dead even as well. Avulus, they might be victim to another smoke, going to try and get on top of the Batrider, but they have more protective tools this time. It feels right, and the cores get a little bit more survivable as well. So, Avulus maybe going to get them into a position where they can try and drag this game back, get themselves into a position where they are in control. Lasso comes through onto the Timbersaw here, but there's going to be the dive through as well. Primal Beast, he's stunned up for a little bit longer from that roar. Do they have enough here? Guardian Angel gets used. Difference. It's going to be a lot of damage coming through, and Difference will fall. It's not enough protection coming out from that Omni Knight now. Everybody on the side of one move looking for that retreat, and it looks like Avulus looking to match the speed here in the second game that one move we're putting out. And yeah, like I say, with the early game, the lane stage being over, it is a lot more even between the two teams now.
It is. They're going to lose their middle tower off of this. Woe still hasn't fought with the team a single time.
Yeah.
And it has put him comfortably on top of the net worth lead, I'd say. Very happy as a Morphin to not be bothered for this long.
Do you think that once this Manta Style's up, they make a move, but they're going to try and go to the sniper now as well? Stormstormer, he might be caught out. Do they get on top of him to get the kill? Stormstormer, well, in the bottom lane as well, Difference could be in trouble, but Stormstormer will go down first. Will move himself away. Now Difference, can he get himself away from these 4 heroes? Pulverize will be used, maybe trying to buy time. No backup coming in. So he's just trying to waste a little bit of time here, but this tier 1 tower will finally be taken by Avulus. 16.5 minutes in. It's, again, 13-13. Still 2k net worth lead, though, going the way of Avulus.
And now this is the kind of game I was expecting to see when we started this series.
Yeah.
Moving straight into the Roche Pit, leveraging that minus armor with the Bristleback.
And the drums coming through from the Beastmaster here as well. Yeah, usually you see the Beastmaster this part of the game with that Acceptor up, he can solo out the Roshan. And it looks like no contest coming through from the side of one move. They must know this is happening, but yeah, not going to try and... the one move is just to avoid this fight here. Even though spells have been used, the Roar's back up, your Lasso's back up, Assassinate's back up, and they don't want to try and contest this one. So the Age is going to go the way of the Beastmaster this early on.
Yeah, and it puts Avulus on schedule. Both the Aghanim Scepters up, Beastmaster with that Aegis now. Interesting, is going into the Crimson Guard. Normally we see pretty often a Blink Dagger come out first, just because teams do want to press the tempo when they have that Aegis in their pocket. Like, risk your Beastmaster with jumping him in, why not? He's just going to come back again. But not this time.
Not me. Does he get himself away from this with a lot of harassment blinking from the Batrider now as well? The Lasso, it's going to be able to lock down onto the Omni Knight. This is something that they needed in the last game. Now chasing down onto Not Me. 3-4 heroes around, and the Sniper makes 5. And yeah, they do. Again, Avulus now, the one set in the pace as one move, looking for the next set of items. And we'll see if Avulus, again with his Aegis, whether they want to try and slow down here. Manta Style is up for the Morphling. Going to go back. That Silver Edge is on the queue. But we're going to be a ways away from this one. And it looks like Avulus, they do want to use this Aegis aggressively. So not using it to farm up the next set of items, but definitely look to take down objectives and looking to take fights as well.
Aggressive vision watching behind this tower now. Let's see if they can get themselves another Lasso pickup before the next push.
Yeah.
As well, this Timbersaw also has an Aghanim Scepter now. You don't see that being picked up all that early anymore these days, because it's...
Yeah.
I'm not sure... I guess he feels... I don't mind it either, no.
But yeah, especially with the Bristleback being here, I would have expected like an early Shivas or, you know, building into something else. But Rain's going to get low. The Jibby does actually get the credit for killing. Now difference might be caught out. Pops his Blade Mail. Snowball will be used. Backline dive coming through from the Morphin though. They just delete Stormstormer. Who's going to be next on this fight? Jibby's going to be low. Will and Death into the Chakram. Jibby, will he fall? Crimson Guard will be out here. Eki, he gets a kill onto Not Me, and it looks like the start of Avulus. They want to carry on going. The Morphin is already away to that mid lane. Looking to maybe apply some pressure, maybe TP himself out. And they get another... well, they get more damage. Triple S, so trying to run himself away. The Morphin is back in, it looks like. Can they go for more here? Waveform from the Morphin. Going to try and get involved in the middle of the fight. Triple S is still living through this one. The damage coming through. Jibbe lives as well. Snakeo's going to get really down low. They take down Triple S. And again, one move. It feels like they're not synergizing well in these fights. They're not coordinating. They're not finding the quick picks. And they're being punished for it.
They found the one quick pick that they thought they needed, which was the Sniper, and they're like, okay, and then we played by ear from there, and that is really not good enough.
Oh. Rain, he buys a lot of time there on the Radiant side of the map, to be fair, but nobody comes in to help him. And even with the Lasso being down, I mean, Aegis is still up. Even with the Roar being down, though, they're just like, well, yeah, it made your bed. Omni, you kind of have to sleep in that. Yeah, we could help you out, but you wouldn't learn any lessons from it.
Some tough love for the Omni Man.
And what are we looking? Beastmaster got that Aegis still for a minute and a half. Crimson Guard is up as well, so you like to say no Blink Dagger early for the Beast. I wonder if he goes back for the Blink Dagger now, or whether it's going to be something like the Pipe to come out for the Beastmaster. Just go full damage mitigation.
Yeah, and the full damage mitigation has worked out so well for them right now, right? And I think that what happened to the Timbersaw just now was exactly why I was surprised to see that he went with the Aghanim Scepter. Because, yeah, sure, you're going to live long if you get it off, by the way. But long fights, that's kind of what Avulus is geared up for. They've got not just a Bristleback, but also a Beastmaster. Those stacking axes aren't a joke either. No, and you're picking living here when it's not really your lineup that's geared up for this time around.
And they're going to be able to get another pick. Not Me. Shards come through. Not Me. Yeah, it gets caught out. Eki gets the credit for the kill. Again, I think he was just buying the time for his teammates to get away there. He was just like, okay, I'll stand my ground. Yo, I'll hold the door. As okay, Pulverize. Can they kill Stormstormer here? They have the Morphin up as well. So Stormstormer, he's going to try and do what he can, but he just pushes himself right back into the waiting arms of whoa. Difference will get the credit for the kill, but the two heroes stacking up here. And Primal Beast's going to go for the BKB. The big KB is going to be big for the Primal Beast, I think, to make sure that for the most part you get that Pulverize off uninterrupted. You get the trample damage off uninterrupted as well.
Yep, and that's going to make the Beastmaster reserve the roar pretty much exclusively for you. It's never going to be the lasso, because that one is already reserved for your Omni Knight.
And yeah, the lasso feels so much better than Storm Spirit trying to dive in and form up an orchid, and it was off the drag back, that displacement potential here from the lasso from the back rider seems to be working way better. And Avulus, to be fair to them, they let that Omni Knight through, but they did have a plan, and it does seem to be working so far.
Working so far.
So, if we look at this in terms of the way this game's going, it does feel like Avulus, they are in control. 9K net worth lead. They've got 21 kills to 15. They are the ones starting the fights. They've looked towards objectives around the map, and it does feel like one move again. They are just trying to buy space and time to find these next set of items. So, is it just a case, do you think, here of Avulus keeping up the aggression? Just keeping one move on the back foot, or do they need to look for a next set of items? Do they need to try and hit some time in this themselves?
I think Avulus should really still be pushing it, because ultimately what's going to happen is that this Morphling is going to finish off the Silver Edge, and that is where your ability to take these fights takes a really big hit again. So get as much out of this powerful window as you can possibly get.
Okay. Yeah, the Morph actually finished up the Shadow Blade there, so it's just going to be the Silver Edge that he needs to pick up. But, I mean, it's still a Demon Edge as well as the recipe to pick up, so it's not like it's, 200, 300 gold and it's done. No, it's still going to be another 2.5k worth of gold, even more than that, to be able to pick up the Silver Edge here for the Morphin. But the Morphin, at least, is finding that farm. He's top of the net worth, not being interrupted here. He's finding a couple of kills on the board as well. And this is where the Morphin becomes really scary, when he isn't being shut down like this, when he gets that free farm, because again, I don't think there's many heroes that are stronger than him in the late game. Maybe the Luna, maybe the Medusa, but overall, I look at this hero and just think if it gets to 35, 40 minutes on this game, the Morphin should be in control of this game, especially when he's getting free farm like this. In fact, the BL0, Paul Rice comes through. Yeah, Bristle, can he get himself away from this one? They do have a lot of control here. Smiling at it, though. He pops that Bloodstone. Is it enough to sustain with the Ag Scepter? It might just be here. And they don't have the control to get the kill onto the Smile Knight, and Smile Knight just runs him down. So, you can see that one move, they are going to be on the retreat. Do they want to try and go for more here? And this is kind of the thing that Promise, again, going for the BKB over the Ag Scepter. There's no break here on the Bristleback, so the Bristleback will just be able to sustain. In fact, they might just be able to hunt down Difference. I don't know what he's doing over this side of the map here, but he is going to be in the wrong place, wrong time, and they will be able to get the kill.
Oh, what a game for Eki, honestly. He's had some very great lasses. His farm has been really good. And now we're going to get an Aghanim Scepter out of this guy, which, with how close together the heroes on one move are most likely going to have to play because of their relatively short ranges, yeah, we're going to see a lot of double lassos still in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Some great control coming through here in Avulus. Again, just fully in control of the fights, it feels like. If the sustain, and again, this is what it felt like they were missing game number one, just that sustain, that ability to, like you say, not run out of health and keep that damage coming through. This time around, the game plan for them is point perfect, it feels like.
Exactly. No, you really have to do the math, right? You have to balance out those skills, and they've done it perfectly this time around.
Triple S, what's he going to be able to do? Snowball will come in through. So he'll be able to pop that Ag Scepter, though, get himself away from this one. Timber Chain, the Bullwhip will be used as well. Shards, they don't lock him down. The Ag Scepter is going to be wearing off now. So Triple S, he's on the retreat still. Eki looking to catch him out. Chakram will be used. They're going to be able to get the roar out onto him, but there's a lot of protection coming through. So Triple S, have they gone a little bit too far on Avulus? Did I just drop a Caster's Curse? A Crimson Guard will be used, but the full Pulverize comes through to get the damage out. Triple S, he gets that kill onto Seneko. Do they want to go for any more? Pipe will be popped by Triple S. Shibe, he's already used that roar, so do they want to carry on going here? Because the backup is coming through, and it looks like they want to try and dive now, but the Guardian Angel comes out once again. Smile Knight, like you say, he's got that Bloodstone if he wants to try and pop this one. Oh, Difference with the onslaught to the backlines. Can he get themselves on top of the Sniper? The Sniper, but the Morphin is going to be able to get that Shrapnel off once again, just get right on top of Stormstorm, and does he have the sustain? He doesn't. Will gets the kill. Can they go for more on this now as well? Chase down Smile Knight. Well, he's got to be careful because that's going to be the enemy shrapnel coming through, excuse me, as Smile Knight's just going to try and play the front lines here, but whoa, they make the dive and they take down Jimmy. Now Smile Knight, he is going to be left 1v5. Does he have the damage output, though, coming through from those Quill stacks as well? One move, he's going to well, excuse me, not me, on the side of one move. He's going to be burst down. And Smile Knight, yeah, the chase coming through here. TP away from Triple S, but where's that lasso? They have the lockdown, should be able to get the kill. Triple S, no, the Timber Chain, it might be his saving grace here. Going to be bounced back by that Flame Break here. Triple S, 3 heroes. He survives for so long, but Smile Knight, at some point, you cannot ignore this hero. And the Silver Edge, it's still not up. It's now being completed by the Morphlin, but a fight too late here for the side of one move.
I'm very hesitant to call that a win for Avulus, though. Very disconnected, starting that fight with only 3 heroes and them needing to stay in the fight before the other 2 come in. The Tusk dying before the Sniper, once again. There have been several fights here where Avulus does not have the Tusk to save the Sniper from a go by the Morphling.
Look at this, they're going to try and make a move here. Does he walk straight past her? He's going to send you down now as well. Snowball point blank onto Woe, but where's that Pulverize coming through? Sniper onto the high ground. Can they get damage on front? The difference, the right clicks here from Woe. He takes down Seneko. Can they go for more backline dive coming through here? But it looks like Smile Knight once again. He's looking for that chase down. Rain's going to be the target, but the break comes through. He pops that BKB. He just deletes Rain. Rain and Quills onto Rain here, and now Difference will be that target. Difference, can he get himself away? Nothing to lock him down, so he's going to be able to get himself through that pool and away. But this might be where Avulus just turn back around, go straight back into Roshan. And I don't know if one move, can they contest this one? Not Me is still here. I don't know why. He will go down, and now 4 heroes up from the side of Avulus to the 3 on one move. And this Primal Beast so low on health, he can't go for this one. They're going to have to give up another Aegis.
Yeah, whenever Smiling Knight is in position, they can't really do anything about him. Like, at some point, for a Roshan kill, you're going to have to go through the Bristleback who's standing in front of that Roshan. And one move knows better than to try here, so... Avulus, still keeping that momentum going, but... I'm curious to see Woe walking past the AD rune?
He's getting the bottle.
Yeah, he wants the bottle.
Yeah, okay. If this goes to a game number 3, and I know I'm getting ahead of myself, do you just have to ban the Bristleback out here? Because both games, this hero's looked like an absolute monster, just looking like when he gets to the point of Aurora comes through, they're still going to be able to go. Shiva's God will be used here from Jibe. Do they have the damage to take him down quickly, though? Snowball's going to save his life a little bit longer. Snowball, it does actually force him back into this one, though. You take down Jibe. Whoa, he's stolen that Snowball for himself. The Ice Shots come through as well. He's going to stand his ground, go for those right clicks, take down Seneko, and the dive comes in now. Smile Knight, what can he do? The Unleash, the damage, the pop the Aegis quick. They're still going to have that Unleash, surely. Do they want to stick around for this one, though? Smile Knight, slow down. Do they want to go? Again, he's going to have that BKB up. He's got the Bloodstone if he needs it too.
Waiting
but
for
it
the
looks like
Silver
they're
Edge.
going to look for the backline dive. Yeah, they are waiting for that one to come up.
3,
2 seconds, and, well... One move. Did he want to try and re-engage onto this one? The lasso lockdown comes through. Not Me going to try and back him up as well, but they're going to lose both supports again. Difference, he's got that BKB going. He's got the Onslaught coming through now as well. They take down Rain. They take down Not Me. And again, Avulus. The win in the second. Okay, quick pause. Just needs a minute. Mid-fight, yeah, sure. Take a break.
Yeah.
That's fine.
He just did all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, no, it feels like Avulus... The winning all of the second fights, they might be going even on the first fight, so maybe losing a couple of heroes, but once Smile Knight gets involved, once Eki gets involved as well, it feels like they are taking these fights to one move, and one move just have to back themselves away after these quick picks.
Yeah, it feels like the ability for one move to properly work around his Bristleback. I mean, they have a second charge for that Silver Edge. They were looking for the ability to go again. If Ryan doesn't get caught there, definitely we're going to see a continuation of that fight, and we might just see Smiling Knight melt like butter on a hot plate again. But as long as they can't get that angle in, as long as their Omni Knight gets picked off like that, yeah, one move are just going to have to back off.
And that's the lasso, that's the Aghanim Scepter for the lasso here for the Batrider. It is complete and it's on its way out on the courier. Just enough gold from this fight. The Batrider is going to absolutely love this. If you can lock down not one but both supports, because they are playing fairly close together, you are just going to be able to outright win these fights before they even begin, it feels like.
Yeah, drag him in, serve him out to the Bristleback, he turns around, farts 5 quills onto them. You're in business.
Yeah.
I still think that looks a little silly.
I don't mind it. You know, it's what would Dota be without a little bit of silliness?
Oh, absolutely. I didn't say that I minded it. Like, I get to talk about farts here. I am the real winner.
The Morphin, though, he's going to be going back towards the Lincolns. I like this, just the protection that's going to offer. Make sure that if he dives in, he's not going to get roared. or lassoed. If the Link Sphere breaks, you just immediately waveform yourself away to safety. Not going to be too far away from this one. Do you think that's enough to turn the tide of the fight here for the side of one move?
Being able to play freely for this Morphling is one of the most important things they can do right now, because you could see that Woe right there. His damage output is absolutely at the point where it should be. He's got the level 20 as well, so the waveform attack damage is going to do a lot of work in these fights. I think going back for the defensive here is absolutely a correct decision.
Okay, well, smoke coming through from the side of Avulus. We'll see how effective it is going to be here as they look for a jump and engage. And you see that one move, they are spread out around the map, so if they make a quick pick, there might not be a response from one move, but that Link Sphere is out for the Morphling. He has that one picked up. He's got the Silver Edge, going to go back towards the Daedalus, and yeah, really wants to start pumping out the damage now. And this is where maybe, if that Morphling gets to that Daedalus, he can start to outright win the fights for his team. So we'll see what they're going to do. The smoke comes through from the side of one move now as well. They are spread out just a little bit again, but they might be able to look for that backstab. Get that quick pick onto Jive before this fight really starts. We'll see how that one breaks down for Avulus, if that's what happens here.
Sniper's in a good position this time around. And we're talking about that ghillie suit. He's going to be hard to find.
Yeah, they are grouped up. It is going to be just, again, the 3-man smoke coming through, so maybe using that Morphin as bait. But no, he's going to have that Silver Edge to walk himself in. The ward is down, smoke breaks it. They're going to be able to go. The Roar comes out into Not Me. Do they want to try and go for that dive? But the backline, look at this one. The Pulverize comes out. They might be able to take the quick pick onto Seneko. Seneko gets really down low. They do get the kill onto Seneko before this one really kicks off. Lasso lockdown, though. It's going to be onto the Morphin still. Does he get that strength morph off? Whoa, he's not going to die from this one. Not Me will fall. And it looks like, do they just want to retreat on both sides here? BKB's out for Smart Knight. Smart Knight, the buyback comes in. And yeah, they're going to be able to take down Rain now as well. Difference has to go for that Pulverize into the Onslaught away behind the tier 2. And the buyback from Not Me, what can he really get from this one? The Morphin, he's going to be away. He's going to try and push this mid lane in. Eki on the chase. That was an absolute... They broke the lasso and then he still got the lasso off onto the Morphin. The Morphin, no way away from that one for him. Pressure in this mid lane now. They do leave Smile Knight alone. But one move, I don't think going to try and make a move with this.
He's starting off with Seneka here, so no save at ready, no direct save, but not really necessary because the entirety of the Radiant team grouped here, beautiful double lasso, and Smiling Knight can just lay into everybody. As long as you commit everybody on his backline, it's very simple for Smiling Knight to say, okay, fine, then I guess this is the new front line, and now he's in here. You have to somehow spread out the fight, which is a risky as hell if you're the one who's up versus the Bat Rider versus the Beastmaster with those BKB piercing stuns. So rock in a hard place for one move here, really.
Yeah, I like that the Morphin realized that the fight was lost. Immediately went to push out the mid lane, push out the bottom lane as well with illusions. So not going to be able to get anything from this on the side of Avulus. No objective-wise. Still a really good fight for them, but just the Morphin be able to split push it out. Take the pressure off the lanes. Make sure these tier 2 towers aren't going to be taken down quickly from the side of Avulus. It's all about buying time, it feels like, for the side of one move to the point where the Morphin hits the critical mass. And once that happens, if he doesn't get lassoed, if he doesn't get Rodeo, if this Link Sphere is going to be effective, he might just be able to rip through the side of Avulus. But Avulus taking great fight after great fight after great fight, it feels like, and it really puts one move on the back foot, making them question who they need to be going on, who they need to coordinate to fight to get these kills. And, oh, well, Rain, he might be another victim. They get the reveal out, there's nobody around yet, the Roar will be used, and Omni Knight, it's not looking good for him.
He evaporates. And right now, important milestone hit for Smiling Knight here. He's got the armor up now. We've got Assault Cuirass in business, and that means that even if he gets broken, he's now a lot harder to take down for that Morphling.
Yeah, but I mean, the Timbersword does have his Shivas on that. I know the Beastmaster has his Shivas, but yeah, this is going to be a big pickup on the other side. The Ag Scepter for difference, it's just just over 500 gold away from being completed here for the Primal Beast. So these are going to be two very big item pickups here for the next fight that could swing this in favor. Okay, whoa, going to be able to get the waveform again. How's that Lincoln Sphere? There's going to be the Flame Break, though. Do they actually get on top of him? The Lasso, they do have the lockdown. The Assassinate comes in as well. That's not what they needed here. This is a big pickup with him being dead for the next 83. No buyback here on the Morphlin. Chrysalis is on board, but this could open up high ground for the side of Avulus.
This is Woe's first death, by the way.
Oh, damn.
He's that good at avoiding. He's never died in these fights yet.
Yeah, he's
I don't think
doing
you're
no
able to fight without the... Yeah. No, he's simply not supposed to die. Especially not with the Lincolns now up.
No.
You know, one Force Staff used later.
So, I suppose there's still tier 2 towers in the top and the bottom lane. You might have to give up a lane of racks for this respawn, but you are pushing the other two side lanes out, so they shouldn't be able to, on the side of Avulus, go for two. I just could go straight to tier 4s. Yeah, okay. They're just like, oh, you need to come back and fight this, defend your base now, and it's going to cost you so many buybacks. Otherwise, we're just going to look for the end. And yeah, still 30 seconds on the sideline here for this Morphin, but they've got that Roshan banner down right in range of these tier 4 towers, and they're just going to force this one out, Avulus. This is going to be, I don't know, do we have enough in the tank to defend this on the side of one move? BKB pulverize comes through here now as well. The snowball's going to be used to get to the backlines, and there's a lot of damage coming through onto Jibe, but now the roll will finally come out. Lasso locked down here as well. Guardian Angel going to try and do what he can, but difference. He wants to carry on going. It's 8 seconds away before that Morphin. What damage can he do? The Bat Rider's going to get really down low as well from the Unleash. He take down the Bat Rider. It cost them the Marcy, but now the Morphin is up. They defend at least the Aegis. One tier 4 tower still stands as well. But one move, are they going to be on the chase after using these BKBs, after using the spells? It looks like the Morphin, he absolutely does want to move forward here with the Silver Edge.
He does, and I think the break there, the fact that the Aghanim Scepter is finished, is one of the reasons why they're actually able to take that fight, because otherwise, surely with the amount of damage that they were dealing into the Bristleback, they would have all died from the Quill stacks, but instead with the extra automatic spray being disabled, that is just about enough damage reduction to be able to shove Avulus out of the base.
Yeah, and if they can time this right, I mean,
equalizing.
They take down the tier 2 tower in the mid. Barra is still up for 25 seconds here. If they can get another pick, stagger the respawns on the side of Avulus, maybe they get a tier 3 tower themselves, but they are still waiting on that Marty respawn here for the side of War Move.
One Move's buyback's looking so much worse than Avulus is currently. They've all bought out for everything. Just one on the Omni Knight, nobody else.
Yeah. This could be a big fight, though. The Roshan's going to be respawning in the next 2 minutes. Obviously, the teams don't know this one, so they are going to try and protect this Roshan area. And if this goes wrong for either team, like say, you're going to have the 3 buybacks on the side, 4 buybacks on the side of Avulus, so maybe it goes a little bit better for them. But if one move loses this fight, the march is on from Avulus just to go straight down the mid lane, take that last tier 4 tower, and take the Ancient away. So one move, this might just be do or die time for them.
Let's find out. Sniper in position on the hill.
Big Rob coming in though. From the side of One Move. Can they get this backline dive coming through? They're going to be able to get themselves on top of Stormstormer. Stormstormer here going to be in a little bit of trouble. Tries to get himself away. The BKB's going to be out now. On top of the Rikers coming through. The Pulverize will be used onto the Sniper. And the BKB out from the... They take down Stormstormer. Jimmy's dead as well. Lasso lockdown. It comes through onto the Omni Knight as well as the Timbersaw. But they're still going to be ripping through heroes here. Smart Knight. Can he go for the 1v5? The buyback's going to be out immediately from the side of Avulus. They want to try and fight this one after all the big spells are down. They get the Marcy kill as well. Buyback from the Omni Knight. Rain, you do not want to dive back here. That might be a big mistake for the Omni. But look at this one. The uproar comes through once again to get the breakout. Do they get the damage up from the runaway from the side of Avulus? They don't want to be taking all this aggression from the side of One Move. So One Move might out-posture them, or do they come back into this one? They get the route out, but it's going to be the Master Star being used here. Assassinate onto Woe, trying to break that Lincoln Sphere so they can come in with a Raw or the Lasso, anything like that one. The Lasso is still down, but the Raw is up. They actually go for the Raw onto the Primal Beast. He's got that uproar going once again, though. The damage Triple S, he wants to stand on the front lines. Triple S is going to be able to dive himself into 3-4 heroes. Will and Death Chakram comes through as well. Smart's going to try and do what he can with the Bloodstone into those ultimate, the quills from the Ag Scepter. But again, Avulus still on the retreat. While this is going on, One Move are losing their base. The tier 4 tower, it's dead. The Ancient, it's exposed, not me. He's having to come in for the defend, so not going to be able to join up his team on this fight. But One Move, 4v5, do they have enough with these 3-4 buybacks being forced out from the side of Avulus?
It might be enough. Avulus is backing off. Smiling Knight for most of that fight too scared to actually run into the foreground. Realizing that he doesn't have a buyback either. If he dies, that is probably game, so he doesn't risk it.
Yeah.
And One Move feel that.
And with this Roche take, that's going to be an Ag Scepter here as well. Do you... who do you give this over to? Because... oh, it's going to be the Omni Knight. Yeah, I was thinking Morphlin's Ag Scepter really not a priority. But the Omni Knight having that global heat means he doesn't have to be holding hands with whoever he needs to guard an angel here. He doesn't have to be point blank.
Yes.
He can, hang around the edge of this fight, and he was building towards the Ag Scepter anyway. So that's going to free up gold here for the Omni. And all of a sudden, this game, it's right back on the board for both of these teams.
All of those buybacks spent for Avulus, nothing gained from it. That is... insanely painful.
This is the Daedalus up for the Morphin now. This is a great pickup here. He's swapping out the Vlads for the Aegis, but he's going to have so much damage in these fights that, yeah, Avulus and buyback-wise, how are we looking? The Primal Beast, the only one in the entire game that has a buyback available.
See if he's gonna have to use it. Hopefully.
Ultimates are all back up. I wonder if this is just keeping that tier 2 tower, excuse me, keeping the mid lane pushed in towards that tier 3 and then looking towards the tier 2s on the top and the bottom here. So one move, if they win a good fight, could potentially sweep up in the base. Oh, are they looking here? They might find Smart. The waveform comes forward here. Do they have the lockdown onto the Bristleback? The Bristleback gonna pop that BKB. Well, which form did he take? I think he took the Bristles form anyway. Yeah, the dive comes in. Triple S. They're going to be able to get right on top of Jibby. Jibby's taking a lot of damage from that chakram coming through. Triple S, the dive on from the Marcy as well. Whoa, he takes him down. 104 seconds on the sideline from the Beastmaster.
No, this is where the real price tag for those buybacks earlier comes in.
Yeah. And we'll see. BKB sort of being used on Smart Knights down for the next 67 seconds here. Trying to go towards the Nullifier. Whoa, he's going to be pushed back on this high ground. Do they have the protection here? Whoa, straight up onto that tier 3. And again, the Omni Knight on the backlines, he's got that Aegis still. So he just waits. The fortification going to be forced out here. Okay, the damage through from the sniper onto that Roshan banner now as well. The Roshan banner one right click away from going down. But it looks like one move they're going to try and do with the cancer protect this one. The lasso comes through onto the Omni Knight. They get the kill onto the Omni Knight. He's dead for 90 seconds. Can they go for more though? They're inside the dire base. Difference trying to move himself away. Triple S gets the kill onto Sneko. Smiling out with the chase down. Will be able to get the kill onto the Primal Beast. Primal Beast. Well, he is dead and buried. Has that buyback if they need it, but it looks like one move. They are going to be on the retreat, and they hold the high ground on the side of Avulus. They lose 2 from this. Smart, though, how far do you want to chase this one out?
Did you want to turn?
Yeah, they're grouping up. They're looking for it. But again, they're losing the base. Oh, the creep wave's pushing in. It's going to be, yeah, they're going to have to come back. They're going to have to play this one defensively. They need to look to even this up in the mid lane, because this mid lane pressure just keeps forcing in, especially when you're using the boars from the Beastmaster here as well to make sure this lane gets pressured out. They can't afford, I mean, they've already lost that tier 4. They can't afford to lose that like this so easily, and they can't afford to keep having this pressure applied to the base, even if the ancient regens. It just opens them up to the clock of you need to take these fights quickly, otherwise you are going to lose this game through the creeps.
And this is why I'm surprised that they committed to pushing on the top side instead of through mid, because you can solve this issue in your aggressive move by simply pushing the mid racks.
Yeah.
No waves will be coming through.
And like I said, I kind of get the idea. They wanted to force down the tier 2 towers, and at that point they were committed for the fight around that one, saying, okay, if we can get those heroes that bought back, we might just be able to end the game here. But yeah, if that doesn't happen straight away, like you say, I don't think you can go high ground and try and force out that tier 3. I think you maybe go for the tier 2 tower on the bottom, but it has to come through the mid lane.
The siege has to be in the mid lane, yeah. And listen, this is a super hard high ground take. You're up versus a Bat Rider as well as a Sniper. So they have both
could be in trouble. Stormstorm uses that BKB. Drinking Buddies will be used here, so not me going to be taking the rifles coming out from that Sniper. He has such a long range onto this one. Shards will be used, but the Guardian Angel comes out, offers that protection. Okay.
Smiling that just marches in.
Yeah, how far forward does he want to come onto this? I suppose he knows the Guardian Angel is down. Now Triple S going to be the target. The dive, not me. Do they want to try and fight this one around the dire triangle? Because difference. Well, difference. Well, he is going to be here now. The pulverize, but the roar comes out immediately onto that primal beast. Marnak going to merge himself into the middle of these fights here. Whoa, he's got that tusk form out. And Snake going to be trapped inside of his own ice shards. Snowball going to be used defensively, trying to get himself away, but the waveform is going to be chasing out now as well. And it looks like Sneko, he takes so much damage. But again, they are on the clock. Lasso comes through onto the Timbersaw, and the Timbersaw really not going to be caring about this one. The dive coming through. They still have this Aegis onto the Morphin as well. So Morphin, he wants to be in these fights backline. The Marcy goes down once again. Can they get the kill? Sneko goes down. Buyback from the Marcy. They want to fight. They want to protect the base. Maybe he forces out this mid lane. Pushes this one out. No, he TPs himself towards the fight again. But again, this mid lane, it will push in. Yeah, that way. I thought that was going to be a buyback to push out the mid lane, but they're just going to back. They're going to retreat. Maybe force out this mid lane. And again, Sneko is dead, but you force out another buyback from the side of one move.
And this time, surely, the next clash is going to be on the mid lane.
It has to be. It absolutely has to be.
And I think it's partially why you can see the Bristleback running in completely gung-ho. He is determined to latch that fight in the side lane. Enemy team has committed to the tower there. Now you can keep them committed to that side. And that mid-wave will eventually force them back once again.
Yeah, and the Morph trying to keep... This is the big thing, right? They're trying to keep the pressure off the two side lanes on the side of one move. They're making sure that they don't lose a second set of racks if they lose a fight, but it's just...
So attempt aborted.
Yeah. Morphlin's trying to get himself over here now as well. Eki, do they want to try and go? There's going to be the raw immediate... Again! The BKB, it isn't enough. The last one comes out in the Primal Beast. He's a big tanky boy though, but the Pulverize is cancelled off straight away. Eki might just go down. He will fall. Has that buyback. Guardian Ninja will be used here. Sneko trying to get himself away back to the base. But surely again. Gem is on the deck. Who comes back to pick this one up? It's going to be... Or Smarnight pings it out. Yeah, it's going to be the Dire to be able to pick it up again. And the Batrider just buys himself back in. They get another pick, they force a buyback out here. Good for one move, but again, this mid lane, it just constantly gets pushed in. So they need to keep on top of this one, keep that lane management back on the Dire side of the river.
There is definitely a possibility for Avulus here to buy some BOTs too. And knock over your base while you're not looking.
Yeah, oh yeah, that would be big pickup, a big strat. So yeah, they need to go. Okay, Storm's going to be the focus going forward. There's going to be no BKB here on difference. Tries to go for the Pulverize once again. Tim and Chain comes through, they get themselves on top. Storm's taking a lot of damage here. Whoa, he has no BKB. He's going to be getting really down low. Did they get the lasso off? They do get a double lasso off the Jibby. He will fall next. There's going to be the Strength Morph coming through, but the Morphin, he will fall again. He didn't save for buyback. He's dead for 96 seconds. I think this game, it might just be over off this fight. The buyback from Stormer, they have to waste 90 seconds of time. 2 buybacks available from one move, but do Avulus know this one? The TP out from Not Me. The lane is pushed out to the mid lane. Storm's, the Timbersaw trying to buy some time, keep this lane pushed in. 78 seconds on the sideline. This Morphlin, this, again, if they know this here, Avulus, even if they don't, much down the mid lane, try and force these buybacks out. Go for the Ancients.
You can't look too desperate on one move here. If you are too desperate to take this wave down, they're gonna know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Timber Chain comes away here. What are they going to be able to do? Can they skip a wave? As it looks like Avulus, they're not going to get too aggressive. They're going to force out another tier 2 tower in the top lane. This might buy time with the fortification coming out to get that Morphin back alive.
Yeah, Triple S can also take down this other wave right now because everybody has committed to the top side. Avulus, they don't realize.
I don't know. This is going to be close on the timing here. Fortification, it is back up, but this is going to be a second line of racks. Straight onto that Ancient, I think, here for Avulus. And again, if they're saying, well, if he's not buying back for this space defense, when does he really buy back on this? He's still 1,400 gold away on the Morph. Surely they just try, again, or is it just going to be Megas? It might just be Megas here for the side of Avulus.
They don't want to dare to push it.
No.
They are a bunch of buybacks down themselves as well.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Okay.
Simply too risky, because if you lose the Bristleback there on the gamble that the Morphling doesn't have buyback, then you're the one up shit creek without a battle, because your carry is now the one without the buyback.
Yeah, that is true. And I think it's getting to the stage in the game where everybody's saying, okay, we need to make sure they're on board. What did the Morph buy out for to not have Swift Blink? Okay. Swift Blink and
yes.
Satanic is the next big item. But again,
once again.
They're going to be even more on a clock now in these fights because you're going to have the 2 lanes pushing in. You need, if it happens, if you can use the Morphlin illusions like this all you want, but the super creeps are still going to take over. They're going to be able to push these lanes out.
Yep.
So Roshan is up. This again, we could be coming to Butch and Sundance time here for one move in the second game.
There's not a lot of time.
No, especially with the wave in the mid lane being pushed in. It's already on the river. This is already, you're saying you have to...
You have a minute before they're in your base.
Yeah. And let's see what they're going to be able to do with this. Sharpmal on the high ground here. Smart Knight wants to move himself forward, and again, difference. You need to... There's no Lincoln Sphere on him because you can't put the Lincoln Sphere on the Morphin. Triple S dives himself in. Does he want to try and go? There's going to be the Storm, but again, the Walrus Punch comes in, and that's the Pulverize down once again. He just cannot get the spell off. The backline dive comes through onto Stormstormer. But do they have the damage to actually commit onto this one? No, Smart Knight. He takes on Not Me. Woe is dead. Difference with the next one. He does have that buyback, I think, onto the Primal Beast. But again, 90 seconds on the sideline for the Morphlin. And they don't even need to go for Roshan. Triple S, he has to get himself back into the base. Going for the defense. And yeah, Avulus might question why the Marcy's not buying back, why the Morphlin's not buying back. They might just offer themselves a safety blanket with the Aegis, with this Acceptor here as well from Roshan. But again, 70 seconds on the sideline. What can they do with this Avulus?
Listen, the Marcy, they most likely have the timer for that one. She still is on dieback.
Yeah.
So they know at the very least they have that window, and that means you can't bluff your way out of this Morphling anymore. They're gonna come to press the fact that your Marcy doesn't have a buyback.
Yeah, they absolutely are here, and 50 seconds again, 1,500 gold. I don't know if that Swift Blink was the answer here. He's
I don't know either, because they run after that sniper, but separate themselves from the entirety of the rest of their team. What?
Yeah, Timbersaw, Lasso, they've got the lockdown. They're going to be able to get themselves a Triple S, and Triple S, you can call this buying time here, but he is dead. Does he have a buyback? He does. Okay, 20 seconds for the morph. Have they bought time with this?
Game-winning plays.
Is this? They can't keep getting away with it on the side of one move. They just absolutely cannot.
This is exactly what you need to do. Throw the hero that does have a buyback down the lane in favor of the heroes that do not. And you got the kill on the sniper. That is huge. You might be able to... Like, if Avulus overstays, you take this fight, but they don't want to use Timbersaw's buyback proactively either.
No, they are going to be wasting this one. Just using that protection here for the base. Difference trying to get himself back into the mid lane. But like you say, they don't know that this Morphin maybe doesn't have a buyback. They don't know what the status is. And with that sniper being down here on the Radiant side, you don't want to lose a fight here. So they do back themselves away. It wastes a little bit more of this Aegis time. If they are going to wait for the full, again, 60 seconds here for the sniper, it's going to be down to 2.5 minutes on the Aegis here for the Bristle. But it just feels like one move. They are dying to a death of 1,000 cuts coming through. And Avulus, they can just keep up the game pace like this. Smile Knight, he's close to that level. In fact, I think he wanted that Wisdom Rune here. He's close to that level 30 coming out to the 26 of the Morphling. So, what can you do? Smile Knight, again, nullifies here. Bloodstone, Aegis for another nearly 3 minutes. Daedalus is up. He's got the BKB in the backpack. Yeah, 52 minutes in. This is not what I was expecting here with the start. I mean, even the mid-game coming through from Avulus, I thought there was a clear-cut winner with one move after the last game, just carrying on with the aggression. And then when Avulus pulled it back, I thought this was going to be like a 30-35 minute game at max. But no, both teams really drawing this one out.
Very good juggling on the buybacks. And it really all seems to come down to these lassos from Eki. Can he get two heroes, and is the Bristleback in range to pump them full of quills immediately? Because that is the only way that they kill somebody fast enough. And of course, the sniper by now, severe damage threat as well, but usually the sniper is the one that's getting gone on by the two heroes that Eki then plucks away.
And I'm surprised that difference is going to go. Oh, there's going to be a fight break, and I'll come back to them in a second if the game is going to last longer than this one. They're going to be able to go pulverize now. Can they get longer than 1 second on this one? They can't. And the Roar comes out once again here, but the BKB is going to be forced out. If you get damage, Notme's going to be the one getting low here. Triple S there as well on that. The lasso, but Seneko and Eki are both dead. And now the chase is on from the side of one move. Notme did go down, but it's going to be the cause left alive. The buyback comes through from the Marcy. Triple S, Timber chain away from that sniper. The sniper doing a whole lot of damage here with those right clicks. Smiling at it though, in the middle of this fight, again has this Aegis, so they're going to target down onto Stormstormer. Stormstormer, he will fall, and the break comes out. Can he pop this Aegis? They will. They'll be able to go into Jimmy, but the base, again, the Omniate has to TP back. He has to pull the aggro. But can he get this kill onto Smile Knight? He will fall. He is dead. 2 buybacks. And it's going to be used immediately. 3 buybacks now from Avulus. The Batright, just got his back. What I was going to say before that fight broke out, and again, the example here in that fight, the Primal Beast's going to go to a refresher, but he keeps getting roared, he keeps getting Walrus Punch, he keeps getting lassoed every time he gets the Pulverize out. I'm sure, the refresher, again, not questioning the pro players, but is the Lotus Orb not better here for the Primal Beast?
I would be favoring the Lotus Orb as well, especially because the physical damage that's coming in seems to be hurting him a lot. That said, I have to question Avulus for going for that fight at all, especially having your support so far forward when you know they don't have buybacks.
scanning.
Okay, let's see what they do with this one. They have a great way to push in. They're going to try and go through backdoor protection. And whoa,
Sniper
he does a
buyback will
whole
be
lot
back.
of damage. Yeah, Timbersaw dives to the back lines, and they know if they win this fight here, it's going to be a 4 versus 4 as the Omni Knight isn't here trying to defend his base. Eki though, he gets low. They're going to be able to get the damage onto Difference. Difference at least does have that buyback. Timbersaw with the flamethrower trying to do what he can. The Timber Chain away. Is it going to be enough? He has that TP if he can just find the angle, but the Batrider, he gets to jump in. No lasso. They're coming through from Eki. Triple S can get himself away. Again, he's just waiting for that Timber Chain back, but the lasso, they've got the lockdown. Do they still have the buyback onto the Timber? So they do. So Triple S though, he gets the dieback onto the Batrider. This might be a big opening for the side of one move. What can they do with this window? 2 minutes on the board, but do they want to commit buybacks onto this as well?
I'm not sure how Avulus forced these buybacks now that all of their buybacks are on cooldown. They can't they're going to push it.
And yeah, one move, no. There is a fight. This is... they're going to go all in on this because one fight against Avulus, the Morphin now does have the buyback. This is going to be big, right? Did he finish off the Satanic as well? He didn't, so he's going to be hanging around the Vlads. But gold-wise, okay, no. Even if he saw the Vlads, he wouldn't have enough gold here, so he is going to commit with this Vlads into the buyback. But yeah, one good fight, 2 good pickoffs, and this might be the end of the game here for the side of Avulus.
They have been losing these fights to the lassos time and time and time again. Now that there's no lasso, here they go.
Jump in, yeah, Triple S wants to be in the middle of this fight now as well. The Warriors kick comes back with Triple S. He has that BKB. This time it's going to be a fully fledged Pulverize coming through. They take down the Beastmaster. And one move, I'll be satisfied with this, is just going to try and wait out the BKB. The Bloodstone here as well for the Bristleback. They do wait this one out. They're going to try and go mid lane. But again, the top lane is pushing in. So how much do one move to want to try and commit to ending the game right here, right now?
They need to just go for it. If you back off now, that Batrider's going to be back.
So they take a tier 3 tower down. Can they get racks? Look at how quickly Woe goes through these racks as well. Omni Knight, he does TP back for the defense. The right clicks here as well. The sniper, Woe, he's trying to come forward onto this one, but it's a hell of a lot of damage. Snowball, was this a bait in? Difference going to be able to get the refresher now as well. BKB comes up from Difference, going to try and get himself in with the trample, but it looks like the damage coming through. Difference has to back himself away. He has that uproar going as well, so he has the breaks coming through. Do they have the commit onto this? It looks like the Omni Knight, he's already TP'd himself back here, so one move. Do they just back themselves away? Are they going to be satisfied with one rack? Or does Woe? Does he want to try and fight this one? The waveform comes through after those ice shards. And I think if he sells the Vlads, he has the goal to buy that Vlads, but excuse me, to buy the Satanic. But it looks like they want to just try and go again onto the tier 4s here. Whoa, he's looking to end the game. Lincoln Sphere gets broken. He gets that waveform away. The Batrider is back up here. Whoa, could be slowed down. There's going to be the last of drag back here onto the Morphlin. But the Morphlin, how much can he survive through this one? There's going to be diving Difference. He doesn't want to give himself away here. The kick comes back with Difference. This is going to be a dive back onto him. The Morphlin needs to get himself right back in that fight. Does he have the TP? The top lane is pushing in. Surely now one move have to be on the retreat. And that might be a bit of a miscommunication issue. Having the Difference dive into this one, but no. Still the Timbersaw, he wants to go doing a lot of damage here to the Batrider. The Batrider going to be dead once again. They're going to try and stagger the respawns here on the side of Avulus. Do they want to go for more? But whoa, he's taking so much damage. Do they have the control onto this one? Snake's going to get really down low. Has a snowball. Saving his life once again. Smile Knight's going to be able to go. BKB was going to try and run himself away from this one. Strength Morph coming out. The Nullify here onto Woe. They take down the Omni Knight as well. The Omni Knight buys back to defend the base. They're on the hunt. You know the dieback is here on the Morphin if you can get the catch out. But there's going to be the jump in. Did he get the kill onto Snako? Snako's going to get really down low. Steals that snowball form as well as the outshots here. Whoa, he takes him down. The Timbersaw gets down, but death for Whoa. That's the dieback here. The tips come through. Over committing out on the Morphin. He's dead for 2 minutes. What can they really... I mean, the bottom lane's pushing in as well. The creeps force right up onto the racks. They take this tier 3 tower down on themselves, the creeps, but... With 4 heroes up, 3 heroes down on the side of one move, no buybacks available. Avulus, they're going to march themselves down this mid lane. They're going to look to end this game right here, right now. Only 2 heroes alive on the side of one move. It's not enough to stand up to the power coming through this mid lane from the side of Avulus.
Avulus for so long held at bay by not knowing whether or not that Morphling had a buyback. Now they know for sure. Now they're going to come for your throne.
Yeah, and it was just, I don't know, just a big mistake. I don't want to harp on about it too much, but Will committed onto that one after using the buyback with not his full team being there. I think you just back up to defend the base, and yeah, Avulus, they're just going to force this one out. There's no respawn coming up anytime soon for the side of one move. Fortification will be used, but they can't fight this one. They're trying to skip the wave. It's not enough. They're going to have one creep in. There's a Roshan banner down. Yeah, this is going to be able to end the game here. Avulus, they pick up game number 2. The kickback and the Omni Knight in mid-air. This is going to be game number 2 going the way of Avulus. Even the series up after 59 minutes on the dot.
What an absolutely insane game. It's all buyback maths and all positioning. But ultimately, a one move always have to make the curse decision. They need to go for the sniper. The sniper deals too much damage. They need more than one hero to go for the sniper, otherwise they don't kill him in time. That means they're lining up for a two-man lasso every single time. And as long as Smiling Knight is not 3 screens by, he's going to come on over. And he's going to pump whoever is trying to take down his sniper full of quills. And you lose the fight off the back of that. And you don't have time to jockey for a better positioning because your base is getting pushed by these creeps time and time again. I understand fully why they lose their patience, why they buy back. They say, this bad rider's not here anymore. We can take this game now.
Yeah, and I think we might see that Bristol Baron coming out in the next game because it's been the leading line for both teams here in game number 1, game number 2, and I just don't think you can let it through. We're not going to keep you any longer though. We're going to jump straight to the break, get ourselves into the game number 3 as soon as it is up. We'll see you right after this.
1xBet and Eva Alfie present betting on all esports events on the website and in the 1xBet app. 1xBet. Play with Eva. The new 1xBet energy drink. So you don't have to limit yourself tonight with only one victory. You can bet on any game at 1xBet betting company. Dota 2, KS2, League of Legends, and many others. Big wins, fast payouts, reliable bookmaker. The new breakthrough and innovative phone with 1xBet app. With 1xBet app, you can register and start betting in just one click. Intuitive interface and thousands of sports events every day. User-friendly app. Big wins, fast payouts.
Use your skills into gaming. 1xBet.
Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet.
Respect.
From 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect. Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect from 1xBet. Respect.
Hello, son.
Hi, Mom.
Pretty girl.
This is Eva.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much. Your dad's just making his favourite dinner. It's duck. Come on inside. They're all probably too gruesome to tell you while you're eating at the table. How's your food? Is everything okay? Good, good. You seem to know each other.
Yeah. This is the new ambassador for 1xBet.
Oh, I see.
Everyone felt good when Eva Elfie became the new ambassador of 1xBet.
Welcome back in, everybody, to the final game of the day, the final game of Europe, the final game of the Arius Online region, on online at all here for 2024. We do have the LAN to come up next month, but for now, this is going to be it. This is for all the marbles here between One Move and Avulus, and both teams here having a great time with the Bristleback in one game each. So the the third game coming through. I think if we're doing reflections, it should be an Avulus 20-minute stomp. One Move having nothing, no chance, nothing on the board. But One Move want to defy that. They want to get through into this third game in the best position possible. And that last game, again, I really didn't see it reaching 59 minutes there. Maybe not going past 35 minutes, but they were able to bring it back. And swings and roundabouts coming out, snakes and ladders from both sides. So Kips, in this third and final game, surely there's got to be a bristle ban coming out here from either team.
I mean, I hope so, but I got a feeling we might see a little bit more than that. I think the other game that has been played so far is about that Omni Knight, and the Avulus did find a perfect solution for that. Absolutely fantastic play from Eki on that Bat Rider as well. The question is now, does One Move want the Omni Knight again, or has it failed them now? Do they want to spend a ban on a Bat Rider, a hero that is normally really not valued all that highly at all? How much worth is this Omni Knight to them, and does that, do they want the Omni Knight in order to play the Bristle? Would they feel comfortable playing against the Bristle only if they get the Omni Knight? There are so many questions here.
Well, we're going to find an answer to a few of those, and it is the first pick coming up for Avulus. So if they do let that Omni Knight through, they could pick that one up if they want to. They did go back for the Tusk, so if that... Yeah, it's going to be the Sand King ban coming out. I'm surprised it took so long to ban out the Sand King there, because that seems like it's just one of those... Yeah, One Move do ban out the Bat Rider here. But do they let through the Omni Knight for that pick onto... Because this is, big choice here. Omni Knight or Tusk? What do you let through? They actually ban out the perk. So they're saying, okay, we're going to give you one, but we're going to take the other. And they go for Doom. Okay, Omni Knight, Tusk, both ignored.
Yeah, sure.
One Move, how do they respond?
I mean, nice switch up there from Avulus. Now, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of the Doom. We've talked at length, I think, about how, the Doom itself isn't that big of a deal. But if you are relying on an Omni Knight to heal up people and keep them alive, the fact that the Doom disables the heals, there's no saving you. There's nothing to do here. That takes a lot away from the Omni Knight, and maybe now the point is moot. Maybe One Move banned the Bat Rider to protect the hero that they no longer want now that the Doom is on the board.
Yeah, maybe they go back for the Tusk themselves.
Yep.
As I say, it comes out, the Tusk, obviously going to have a little bit of save on that Doom with the Snowball coming through, but this actually might be the answer to the Bristleback here as well. So if the Doom comes out, he's not going to be able to sustain with the Bloodstone into the Quills, all that damage coming through that brings back his health. It's just going to be left by the wayside, so this might be where Avulus just say, well, if you want it, we'll leave it in, but good luck with it when the Doom's already been picked.
great. Like they spent all their time in the time in between workshopping this, and this is a fantastic preempt. And that means you've completely switched out the meta. Now the question is, does one move have the meta in the series? How comfortable are they swinging away from that again? And we're not talking about like overall meta right now, right? Because overall meta, the Medusa, the Luna, they are still getting banned out. But more like we were so laser focused on the relationship between these heroes during this series, during the past 2 hours, and now all of that has been tossed out of the window. Can we switch to a different mental track here again?
Yeah. And yeah, I like both of the bans here from Avulus in the second phase. The Visage goes really well with the offlane and the Tusk, with that the drinking buddies onto one of the familiars. On the other side, the Medusa, just an easy answer to the Doom when that Doom comes out, because you pop that, you've got the Medusa there that takes the mana damage that can be restored while that Doom is going on. So effectively your health pool doesn't get affected by the ultimate. Or your effective health pool, not effectively your health pool, but your effective health pool doesn't get affected by the ultimate, and you can just kind of shrug that one off. And Avulus say they see both these avenues that one move can go towards, and just make sure they get that quick remove in.
Means that no matter what you pick up here now, you're always going to be a little bothered by that Doom.
Yeah. Tusk is one of those heroes that can build the Lotus as well early on if he wants to, so could go for that protection. We might see probably not the Morphlin, because even though he is that Lincoln Sphere builder, he just gets so affected by the Doom that when the ultimate comes out. But someone that doesn't mind building that into that early Lincolns, maybe as a carry, and going back for that. So we'll see what the answer is going to be overall for one move. But yeah, for the minute, Avulus maybe throwing a wrench in the works here for one move with that Doom pickup.
Big wrench it is, because you don't want to run the Bristleback. You have one ban left here. I presume that they're thinking about whether or not they're going to ban it here. There's no way they're going to pick it themselves. If they leave it in the pool, they're going to have to counter it. They're going to have to start anticipating that a Bristleback might pop up at any second. What do we pick? Let's face it, none of the heroes that are good versus Bristleback are particularly good right now, and they take out the Omni Knight.
Okay. So, saying if we can't use it, well, you can't have it either. This pick here from one move, what is it going to be first pick as well? Do you want to give away something in the lane that is, because effectively this Doom is going to be the offlaner. Do you want to pick this carry early on? Are you looking now for maybe a flex hero that's not going to give away to Avulus when you want to play it? Maybe that Morana that can play on the 4 and the 1. Maybe go for the Snapfire. Okay, so the 2 supports out for one move.
Okay. Stepping away from the Marcy as well, bringing more teamfight magic damage in here, bringing a bit more of a backliner. Of course, the displacement of the cookie being a friendly option rather than having a dispose is. They're a lot alike, I guess.
Yeah. And Avulus.
All right, Avulus.
Where do you want to go? What is the next pick? What is the idea you've got up your sleeve?
How do you...
Go on.
I know how I feel.
I can see the thoughts. I can see the mild annoyance at the Wind Ranger pick.
Yeah, well, to be fair, the Wind Ranger pick, right, with the Whirlwind, right now one move with a Tusk on the field, very much set up to save heroes in like a specific small area. If you would have played the Wind Ranger only like she was previously with the Focus Fire, then the Tusk is an amazing save. Right now, he's just okay. Like, you do still dodge a lot of the ultimate, but not as much as you did before. Now, though, with the Centaur, you can dodge pretty much all of it if you're game to just run away. Or alternatively, of course, you can get songed out of your attempt to run away, but then you're wasting the Wind Ranger ult, no matter what.
Yeah, and the Centaur pickup against the Nagasarian with the Deluge. It's the Stampede. I mean, maybe this is the answer, right? You get that Deluge off, and the Centaur, or whoever you use it on when that Stampede's going, they get a max of 240 movement speed. That is, it overrules what would win, a 50 mana spell or an ultimate. And apparently it's a 50 mana spell. It's one move straight in for Lena. I love this. Just the amount of right-click damage that comes through this. You've got some big bodies that can stand in the way as well. I think when we saw the Lena yesterday, the big problem was there was no protection being offered. Here, one move, they have everything they need here. And I would like to see a mid laner that does damage still, so you're not looking at that, because that was a big problem yesterday with Alina. It was the solo core in that lineup. So yeah, I would like to see maybe you get the mid lane. What are we looking at here? Maybe go back for the sniper ban out. The sniper's not been banned out, but so yeah, sniper, invoker, something like that. That's going to be able to. Queen of Pain has not been either, so Quart wouldn't be a
Not
bad
yet.
pickup.
And the Invoker has been taken out. Another one
yeah,
who
it
slipped
was.
through the gaps currently is the Mirana. If one want to move this Lina towards the mid lane and pick up a safe lane Mirana, you are the gods of DPS. There's no doubt about that. And Avulus currently not exactly in the position to build 5 blade mills. That's not what we're going to be doing with a Naga Siren and a Wind Ranger.
Yeah, it's okay. Pango comes out here, so that is your mid laner. Maybe an answer if they think, like you say, they think they're going to shift. But they ban out the Dazzle. Again, more good damage. It offers that survivability as well. So I want to be taking that one away from the side of one move. Avulus, they have that next pick on the board, right? So it's going to be the ban into the pick. And it looks like all 3 cores with this Wind Ranger being picked up, unless you want to do something funky like the Wind Ranger off. But you're looking more and more like you're looking for something to partner with the Doom. So Ench, Hoodwink, maybe you go for that line here. That actually wouldn't be a bad pick, I think.
I would definitely enjoy the Lion. Yeah, being able, especially because Linas these days build their BKBs so late, really rely on these saves on their own DPS in order to get through. Getting the Lion in order to be able to finish her off once you've got tabs on her seems like a pretty darn good idea. I like that.
10 seconds remaining.
So, one move. What's the final ban here? What are they thinking with this? Yeah, the sniper wouldn't have been bad. Do they ban out? Did they see the match yesterday? Do they ban out the line 8 seconds? They actually ban out the Bristol, so maybe thinking they can flex this Wind Ranger, just say, you know what? Yeah, let's not see this in the third and final. Let's give ourselves a chance.
No, he's been hanging over their heads all draft. As soon as the Doom comes out, it's like, we don't get, only they get to bristle. And that's, well, I think the correct decision here, but...
So,
5 seconds remaining.
25 seconds left on the board, including reserve time. Avulus, with this next ban, like you say, I wonder if they do maybe consider putting that Lina. But then what would you look for draft-wise? Maybe something like the Monkey King for one move?
Monkey King would do really well in the lane versus the Doom. Is a little susceptible to being doomed himself, though. A lot of the power of the Monkey King is dependent on his ability to heal back up from the Jingu Mastery stacks.
Yeah, okay. And
No, a Scar.
final pick.
No
Is there anything
funny business.
you like here for Avulus?
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I would have probably come out onto this in the end, but my question is then, is this a mid lane DK? Because these mid lane DKs normally have trouble scaling as hard as the safe lane DKs, just because you do really need that window of sheer endless farm. If it's not, if you're going for the safe lane DK, should this then be a mid Wind Ranger with a focus fire?
Choose your
We're gonna go mid Pango. Okay, there is the Monkey King. Sure, like the lane versus the Doom is great.
Yeah.
It's not the problem. Yep, Eki. Go and support Stormstormer Pangolier. Okay.
And yeah, skill-wise, what's he actually going to go for? It is the focus fire here for Eki. So that's what I was thinking that was going to break down. Yeah, the 4. But yeah, the Monkey King has a good time against all 3 cores on the side of Avulus. So that's going to be something that, again, 4 melee heroes coming out for them. The Monkey King is going to have a really good time, especially if he can get like a really good Ice Shard or a real good Stomp out from the Centaur. So you're going to be able to lock heroes down inside a Wukong spot, especially a Shard. If you can get 2 or 3 heroes locked down in a Tusk Shard without Wukong's command over the top, you don't even need to be involved yourself. You just watch the illusions, the Wukongs just rip down these heroes inside of Avulus. So it is going to be the mid Monkey King, not the carry Monkey King. So Woe overall is going to be that, the top carry, that position 1. But I really don't mind this mid pickup, especially coming up, like say, up against these 4 heroes. The difference when he starts to make these rotations may be able to have a massive impact on the side lanes when he starts to rotate around and get those kills. And I don't know, Stormstormer on the Pango, Rolling Thunder is going to be good. He's going to be able to follow along, but I don't know if he does it as quick as this Monkey King.
Nobody does it as quick as the Monkey King. Here is absolutely ridiculous. Does mean probably a slightly better lane for Shiba as well, but as you said, Difference would have a good time up versus any of these 3 cores in any lane. So he should be doing real good, and that Pango, yeah, having to play a little bit more from behind.
Yeah, so for the final time today, for the final time in the RES Online portion of the league, Kips, Radiant or Dire?
Ooh, I need to chew this. I need to chew on this just for a second here. Having a very hard time going versus a DK here.
Yeah, you have talked about it.
Hard.
Fastest flash farmer in the game. We'll see how it's going to work
Ridiculous. And he is both ridiculously tanky as well as ridiculous DPS in the end, which is something that usually with the agi carries that we used to see, it would take them. They would have to itemize out for some form of tankability item in order to get both, that depresses your DPS output. And DK can just buy basically only DPS items and be fit as a fizzle, which is ridiculous.
Eki could be in trouble here. The eye shards come through, but it doesn't actually latch the Wind Ranger in, just forces away. The ward does go down as well, but it was a bit of a brave one coming in with smokes, sitting on the stairs. A little bit of a calculated risk that maybe there could have been all 5 heroes waiting for them there. They do make a move, only the Wind Ranger, but not going to be able to get anything from it. And again, for the final time, don't forget, everybody, if you want to get involved, you can head yourself over to the 1xBet app, the 1xBet website. Use that promo code 1XRLGEU for up to 100% bonus on your first deposit here. Shards will come through, but Eki steals the bounty rune, so 3 bounty runes going the way of Avulus. Good start for them. Maybe going to be a little bit of a predictor on how this game is going to go. But Eki, straight up level 1 win run, just trying to get himself away from rain, because those shards, they do a lot of damage, and Eki just trying to create a gap between him and the Tusk.
Yeah, and as far as the trading goes right now, he's going to be completely fine with that, and then you can start power shotting these range creeps on your level 2. Yeah. All good.
And yeah, you can get the harass out anyway. Here it looks like he's going to try and get himself in, secure those range creeps, and just secure some harass out into woe as well. Overall, looking at these 3 lanes, is there a particular lane we should be keeping an eye on in terms of like a kill lane? Is there any one that you think is going to be at risk here of being run down, or is it fairly even between these 2 teams to start off with in the laning stage?
Seneko is going to have to be very careful with how he plays this one. His positioning, he could be the one that dies, but at the same time, earlier on, this DK not yet that tanky. He doesn't really have a lot of ways to defend himself. Like, he gets one stun if somebody comes within slapping distance, and that's it. Whereas this is a kill lane that they're up against. Centaur, Snapfire, they can go on level 2 and start tearing you apart.
Okay, well, we'll see if that's going to come out. I know, what are we looking at? The cookie here for Snapfire level 2 with the Stomp and the Double Edge for the Centaur?
Yep.
Okay.
Ridiculous amount of damage.
Well, let's see here. Is not me. He's got the 2 twin guns. He's ready for that. He's looking to get the damage off. He's looking to maybe try and get on top of this Nagasar and show them the ways of the new world on this Keen Folk contraption coming out for him. But meanwhile, on the bottom lane, it's not going too bad. Eki still on level 1. So no power shots. Oh yeah, top lane, Smart Knight. The double edge comes out, triple as he gets a kill. Now the mirror image, Seneko, could he get the damage right back onto Not Me? Not Me. He's still going to be okay spell-wise. How is he looking? Level 2 coming out, but the spells are on cooldown. Seneko, though, got to be careful. Has to move himself back. If he does come in there, well, Scatterblast is out. Not Me. He can go for that long range if he wants to. Doesn't turn himself around here. Could have potentially been another kill. Seneko was low as well, but he doesn't get that Scatterblast off.
I think he did the math. I think that was just about not enough. But yeah, that was very interesting. Seneko had to get close for a little bit there just to make sure that he would never die to the Scatterblast before he backs off with enough HP. And then during that window, you need to dodge the Centaur.
Yeah, it's, like you say, it is just an absolute kill lane coming out, and they might be able to go for a little bit more here, or, well, okay, Seneko's going to get aggressive for the D-wards. How's it looking mid lane? We've not really spoken about this one too much. You have the Jingu Mastery coming out, and Stormstormer, one of the rare melee heroes that maybe doesn't win the lane, but doesn't hard lose the lane up against the Monkey King with the shield crash, with that swashbuckle away as well.
It's definitely not a hard loss. You basically always get to get out of dodge with the swashbuckle whenever those Jingu stacks get too much for you, and you're pretty good at securing last hits with the shield crash here. And then of course, the fact that you do have some of that shield means that the Monkey King, he can slap you around a bit. He'll get some hits in, but your shield will protect you from the worst a bit.
Yeah, and that's the big thing, right? Even between those spells usages, the Monkey King is going to be able to chase you down just because of the mismatch in the attack range. Even though you're both melee heroes, one's a little bit more melee than the other heroes. Eki, LSA comes out onto the Doom, and the power shot will be used. Can they get the damage out onto Rain? Rain trying to run himself away. We're always trying to play back at good spacing, but the shackle, it actually latches to the tree. I think that's the longest range shackle I've seen in recent times here. Dragon Slave out onto Jibbe. Jibbe should still be able to get the damage out with the Scorched Earth as you get the rundown here. Whoa, underneath the tier 1 tower, and the win range. Eki's going to be able to trade this one off. He might go down to the tower shots, and still, Jibbe takes tower shots as well. Rain's got the salve out for some heals, but Jibbe, he's going to be fine in this lane.
Very important that Eki pops the wind run before stepping in range there. He knows he's going to get hit with the stun.
Yeah. And Jibbe, okay, the drinking buddies for the pullback onto the Tusk. Gets a little bit of damage onto Jibbe. Jibbe, got to be careful about how he positions in this lane to the Dragon Slave, to the LSA. Right click's coming out from the Lina here as well. But on the most part, as long as he doesn't get too aggressive, should still be fine. Yeah,
got himself a salve now as well. There's still a 12 charge magic wand in his pocket as well.
DK, trying to run down. Going to be able to get the Dragon Tail out onto the Centaur. Triple S, what does he do with this one? He's confident. He's got that high five. I was saying, yeah, maybe you get some damage off, but you won't be able to get the kill. But yeah, Seneko here, trading it off, and the damage coming through from the Snapfire. One more right click. Is this enough? It is. He might lose his life, but he's going to be more than happy with this one, not me. Picking up that kill. In fact, he doesn't even go down to Smiling Knight.
This is such a hard lane for a support Naga Siren. All you can do is keep the pressure up and hope that they never decide to see through that bluff, because honest to goodness, you don't have the damage to actually fully focus somebody down.
So is this more for the mid game, for the late game? You're having the heal on Song, having the save for your teammates. Is that why you picked this Naga Siren support?
I mean, definitely wasn't the intention at the start of this draft. I think this might have, because normally you play this on a position 4 decently often as well.
Yeah.
Here, because he has 0 levels in the ensnare currently.
Okay, Power Shot connects to Woe, but Woe is back here. It did go through a few trees as well, so we're not going to take the full brunt of that one on the Naga Siren. Just leaving this lane open, it means that, okay, mid lane, they might be able to go into Stormstormer. Stormstormer level 5, level 6 onto Difference, but they might have information, or the Pangolin might have just backed himself out. Your Spidey senses might have been tingling for Stormstormer, so he backs himself away safe. Eki rotates in as well. Difference, yeah, he's a Monkey King, not a Spider, so maybe the Spider sense is not paying off for him. The Mischief, though, Shackle, it will latch to the catapult onto the Monkey King. The Monkey King, can he live through this one? He's going to try and do his best. He gets out a really nice balance strike, but he will go down in the end. Snowball here from Rain, but it doesn't do enough to keep his monkey alive. Meanwhile, top lane, they just take down Smart Knight again. They say, okay, yeah, cool. You get the counter difference. We'll take down your carry. Do some damage for this tier 1 tower as well, with this catapult wave coming in.
I'm glad to see that they're bringing in the help for the Stormstormer this time around, because he has been, especially around that level 6, abused by the fact that his teammates left him on sort of an island in the previous 2 maps.
Ooh, okay, Paul's coming out here. Whoa, he's away, but he's walking into trees. If they get the vision out, Shackle will do its job. So, Kips, 50-50 chance. Does Woe live?
Let's see if anybody else is going to come in here.
Oh, Eki. Just, you know, as long as you keep it friendly.
Just shooting shots back and forth. And I think that Woe's dead.
Okay. Well, we'll see if Woe is going to suffer some Woe here. Only Brown Boots coming through. He actually changes his mind. Thinks better of running into those trees with the Wind Rage coming over. Just doubles himself back. We'll be seen on the ward. Different rotates in as well. Difference, though. Can he go? There's going to be 3 heroes down here from both sides. Rolling Thunder comes through. Can they get the damage onto Jibbe? Jibbe, the LSA, will it connect? Nice Snowball dodge there as well. They have the damage coming through. Level 4 on Woe, though. There's not going to be a Laguna Blade to finish off Jibbe. Jibbe might be able to walk himself away. And this Rolling Thunder for the disruptive Stormstormer might have just been enough to stop one move going for the kill into Jibbe.
Stormstormer wasn't gone just yet, but neither was Difference.
Yeah. And vision-wise, there is the Observer Ward being taken down by Rain. Top lane here as well. Triple S, well, the net comes out, gets that trap. Even the drag-back hero as well. Triple S, though, he's a big, tanky boy. Might just be able to walk himself away from the Dragon Knight. Brief Fire comes through. Do you want to dive underneath the tier 1 tower from this one? They might do. The Dragon Tail does come through. Scatterblast will be used as well. Snowball, it might save his life. Can they turn this around into the Dragon Knight as well? They get the double stun with the cookie. And the damage coming through. They take down 1. They take down 2. Great save and turnaround coming through from that Tusk.
And then Eki misses the power shot on the back end there.
Yeah, would it have been enough? Because I might have just been enough. What's the power shot level? Is it level? It's level 3. Might just not have been enough to get the kill into S. But here, if he's getting that damage out, there is the chance that power shot here, it might finish the job. Centaur Warrener has to be careful here underneath the tier 1.
Now Centaur, yeah, broadsword. We are doing some blade mail gaming, boys and girls.
Oh yeah. How we're looking? 6-2, 1k net worth advantage going the way of Avulus. Bottom lane's being pressured in as well. Well, this is the big thing that, I mean, both the Dragonite and the Lina, not the Dragonite so much, because as long as he gets levels into the Worm's Wrath, he is going to be able to find that farm. The Lina, though, wants that Gleipnir up. He wants to be finding the Maelstrom here, going towards it. He's already got the Glove of Haste to help him farm a little bit more. But there are no stacks. There's no big jungle camps just yet for the Lina. So the Lina is going to fall behind just a little bit in terms of the assets and net worth compared to that Dragonite.
Sure, I mean, very hard to keep up with the DK in general, but yeah, this is one of the problems. She's a fragile hero, and she can get pushed off of this tower, especially since her damage fairly limited.
Okay, I wonder if they're going to come through the Twin Gate. I mean, the Twin Gate is warded up for the side of Avulus, so there might be the 2 hero rotation coming through the Twin Gates, but yeah, Avulus already backed themselves away. I mean, the Doom came up against Woe, and he was just like, okay, this hero's missing on the map. I'm not going to go for the Doom, go for that tier 1 tower dive just yet, and Woe, he's going to benefit from that. I guess the lack of information coming out now, but the Centaur could be a little bit unluckier here. Going to have to use that Stampede defensively. The Night Siren looking to maybe cut him off. And won't be able to catch up, and back through the Twin Gate they go. Do they want to now try and put this pressure onto the tier 1 tower on the Dire side? Jump comes in. They're going to be able to go, but there's going to be the double shield crash now as well. Does he get himself away? Pango is the multi-kiss is going to rain down. They might just be able to. They will be able to stop that Rolling Thunder away inside the Wukong Command. They get that kill. Not Me gets the credit. Really nice pickup against the Pangolier.
And as long as that song is not here to cancel off team fights like this, One Move absolutely have the overwhelming team fight advantage. They can just throw down these areas, whether it's from the Monkey King or from the Snapfire, where Avulus simply cannot fight.
Yeah, Eki, gotta be careful here. He's gonna go for the D-ward, but Rain, does he want to try and push up onto this one? Because again, Eki's not got a whole lot of life to his name. Power shot comes through, reeling as well from that Naga Siren, but he's gonna be able to get that drinking buddy away. And again, one of the spells to nerf that drinking buddy, just take the toggle off it. It would be fine if you just take the toggle off it. For some risk from the spell.
Yep, would be nice.
Top lane. Smile Knight. Could be chased down here. Nomi's got his back on Triple S, but it looks like they're just using this to put... again, he's a big tanky boy on the Centaur, so they're just going to use this for the aggression onto the tower. The Breathe Fire comes out here. Triple S, can he walk himself away with the cookie? Away from that shield crash. Rolling Thunder, though. Triple S, does he have that Stampede? Not for another 19 seconds. Triple S, he pops the Blade Mail. Rolling Thunder comes through. They're going to have the net. Snowball saves him for now. Does it drag him away to safety? It drags him away to the Naga Siren, but with the 4 heroes up here, Scatter Blast onto Eki as well. This might have just been better to leave the Centaur to die as they get 2 on the board. Jebi even takes the tower in the bottom lane too.
It does waste more time though. Monkey King laying into mid, Alina undisturbed on bot right now. I don't think I minded.
Okay. As the Monkey, he is doomed back behind that tier 1 tower though, and again, mana inconvenience coming out. If you don't have any follow-up, any control here, the Monkey King just able to walk himself away, going towards a Maelstrom of his own, so we might be seeing double Gleipnir coming out for the side of One Move, and that's going to offer a whole lot of control. Again, inside the Wukong's command, inside the Morty Kisses, the Stomp coming out as well. That's going to be some great setup here for the side of One Move.
Especially Eki is going to have to fear for his life once those items come out. Not much for him to do. Buy a Force Staff perhaps, but if you're a Wind Ranger support right here, you really would like a Maelstrom of your own.
Yeah, and we'll see if they're going to be able to get over to that here for the Wind Ranger. I mean, he's getting free-ish now for the mid lane, but yeah, again, how much farm do you want to be giving over to this? Because there's going to be another fight breaking out. Snowball comes through. The Doom has already used his ultimate here. The Gloom Blade, they finish the job. Woe gets the credit. So the song, it's not going to be there in time. So Neko, does he want to get himself back to the tier 1? He does. He is away. Stormstormer gets himself the AD rune. Should be able to... Yeah, Shield Crash comes through. He pops that AD rune here as well. Should be able to put the pressure onto the tier 1 tower.
Song wasted. Pretty sure that One Move are going to happily use that to pressure some towers with.
Difference. Gotta be
have
careful.
to mop up mid first.
Yeah. And the focus fire will be used by the Wind Ranger here onto the tower. Is the tower going to go down? It's in deny range here. They're even going to be able to stop the Rolling Thunder come through. They got the Mortar Kisses. They got that punch from the Walrus. Stormstormer, though, he does eventually get the Rolling Thunder off. Do they have the damage to take him down? They don't have the control. Do they just deny this tier 1 tower as well? With the Naga Siren Illusions pushing in, yeah, the Wind Ranger steps up. They don't deny it, and Eki will get the credit in the end.
And one move, we saw them with 2 very fast early stages of the game. Now we're at 13 minutes, and yeah, they took that top tower, but apart from that, Avulus has been matching them really well. And they're now a tower ahead.
Yeah, and... well, I mean, we're only 13 minutes in, 8-4, but still a 2k net worth lead coming up for Avulus. Do you...
Sizable.
Have to crank up the pressure on one move side if you're looking at you're trying to get the Selena involved a little bit more, or are you just happy to find your items like this? You'll be spread out across the map while Avulus do kind of group up a little bit more against you.
I definitely think that you take it for now. This Centaur getting his Blink Dagger should be a turning point for you. Yeah. But yeah, this Lina, definitely the fact that she got to keep that bottom tower for so long, you took several successful fights there, Woe is more than happy with this.
Okay, and again, not going to be the straight Gleipnir here for, well, he's just going to hold on to the Maelstrom, go back in towards the BKB and then the MKB. So we can always go back for the Gleipnir after, but maybe leaving that over to the Monkey King here to get themselves on top of Shibei. Shibei, he's got his ultimate if he wants to throw it out. Laguna Blade here, the damage going to be enough? Question mark. Shibei, he might just be able to run himself away from that one. The Shackle is not going to latch, excuse me. As Not Me comes in, Scatterblast, he gets the kill onto Shibei. So in the end, they do take the Doom down, but a big commitment here from the side of one move.
Yeah, and, well, I guess if the Doom basically walks into the Laguna Blade, you might as well use it.
I mean, yeah. Centaur, is that the Blink
as well use it.
Curry-wise, yeah, Blink Dagger is finished out now. Okay.
Stormstormer and Seneko, and they don't have a Focus Fire currently, so... it might be a little short on damage. Well, they've got Smiling Knight in the area, okay.
Yeah, let's see what they can do
here.
TP coming in, the Doom has his ultimate up now as well. He might try and throw this one out. Snowball comes through as well. The power shots fight's going to be a little bit spread around. He's smiling at taking those multi kisses to their face. They get the Doom off onto the Centaur. The Centaur can get himself away. The Blade Mail will be popped as well. Rolling Thunder comes through. They might be able to, will be able to get the kill onto the Monkey King here. Scatterblast onto 2. Oh, they do. They finish off Triple S here with the Doom. Jive, he gets the credit for it in the end. Can they go for more here? Not me. Shackle won't lash to anything, but they should still have the burst to take him down. And Avulus, well, they step up the pressure. Once again, the song going to be used offensively here. Looking for the information. Tusk still in the trees. They might not spot him, and Rain, he's taunting with the voice lines. Well, you're 3 heroes down here, Rain, so maybe the voice lines at this time, not the best choice.
Maybe not the best choice, especially not since you just got outplayed on both flanks of a split fight. Committing your Centaur for the kill on the DK that you don't get, losing the Centaur on that flank, and then over on the other side, getting your Monkey King bounced around by that Pangolier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not how this one is supposed to go.
No. It was yeah, the tips come out. Ha! You only got 3 kills. You didn't get 4. They're going to try and go now on to Stormstormer. He's going to try and get himself away from that Wukong's with the Swashbuckle. Double Shield Crash comes out as well. The Snowball does chase over the Walrus Punch. Do they have... who do they give it to? They give it over to the Tusk, actually. So, nice pickup there. Tusk, what's he building into? Is it going to be the ones... oh, God, he's so poor. He had 2.3k gold here for the Tusk.
Yeah. No, he's playing taunts because that's all he got.
Yeah, and Jump comes in. Eki, Cookie comes out as well. But the Wind Ranger, does he live through this one with the Wind Ranger? Underneath the tier 1 tower, Walrus Punch comes through. Not me gets the credit for the kill.
Really nice way to clap back here. And once again, wonder if Seneko wouldn't have rather kept that Song of the Siren in his pocket.
Yeah, I guess they were hunting, maybe trying to get the kill onto the Tusk and, maybe get the kill onto Lina as well. Just, I mean... again, that's what those spells are kind of there for. You didn't need to use it defensively right there, right now, so it's well worth the use. It doesn't pay off this time, but, I still think it's worth using the spells like that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the fact that no matter if you get those kills or not, you're never going to get to actually take the tier 2 tower off of it.
True.
That's not something that you're going to do there, so...
Okay.
Seneko looking very aggressive.
Oh, well, Seneko, he gets a mirror image off the... could be able to stagger the balance strike though, so Seneko looking very dead.
What's the opposite of regicide?
Very aggressive, very dead.
Same thing in some people's books.
Yeah. Does lead to the same outcome pretty often. Doom working on the Crimson Guard. A very powerful tool versus most of Monkey King as well as the Lina here.
Right, good shackle
Center on
coming
the
out
other
here for
side,
the
yeah,
Ranger.
Crimson as well.
Yeah, Tusk though, the Drinking Buddies does come out. There is going to be the dive in now. The Cookie, it's not going to be able to keep this the Tusk alive. And the Rolling Thunder even going to be trying to get himself on top of not me, but not me. Ooh, does he juke it out in the trees? The Dragon Tail comes out as well. They should be able to still get the kill onto... Yeah, Snapfire is going to fall. Really good group up once again, and Avulus. I think this time they don't want another, 59-minute game. I think they want to be looking to saying, okay, you did it to us in the first game, we're going to do it to you now. We're going to step up the tempo, and we're going to we're going to look to take map control away from you, and it's up to one move to try and step up and stop it from being taken away from them.
Yep, and you can read that from the itemization of Avulus as well, because that is, oh well, just as I say that, he swaps out, what a coward, he swaps out the Blink Dagger that he just had on Smiling Knight. He says, nah, actually I'm going for a Daedalus. Is hard to disagree with.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call him a coward for swapping out Initiation for more damage, as he do get the kill into Eki. That's one of those things that I suppose you could read it as he's going to farm up a little bit more, but I think he just wants to get involved in the fights. He wants to be taking the damage to one move and stopping the sustain coming out. Because, I mean, he's got the Naga Siren with the song, he's got the Doom Jump in, he's got the Rolling Thunder for initiation, he's got the Wind Ranger Wind Run into the Shackles. There's plenty of ways to get in, and then he can just deal the damage.
They can just walk him down. And listen, man, I just needed a word to call him because he swapped it out under my nose as I was talking about it.
Well... Yeah, he started on it. He's already got the first piece up here. Do they go for the chase down, Roland? Oh, okay, pause. We're going to build some anticipation. Lagged to go. Oh, lag go. Okay. Everybody must have suffered for it, yeah, because it looks like they're just saying, yeah, the server just kind of hitched a little bit. So, making the move around here.
How did he get this opening, though? The monkey's already gone.
Yeah, they are still hunting targets, and that's kind of thing, right? That they maybe had some vision like, okay, we can roll and thunder in, but they do lose it now. The chase is on. Tusk might be the target. Looking for him on the back lines. Rain, he moves himself away there too, so everybody inside of one move playing that keep away. While this is going on, the Dragon Form is up, looking to put pressure on this tier 2, not committing to the tower itself, just keeping this lane forced in.
He needs to be available to come join any fights that might just break out as well. But this is a lot of wasted time from Avulus.
Yeah, I was just saying, with the Dragon Form being down now, do you just, I mean, it's not the longest cooldown in the world, but do you just kind of wait for the, okay, not down, but it's already been used, and it's going to be wearing off soon. Are you just waiting for the next 50 seconds or so for that Dragon Form to be back up before you look to take another fight?
I'd say so, yeah, you back off a little bit, especially since there is now a risk that the Lina is going to start joining, which is one of the reasons why you were this far ahead in the first place. Well, kept away from the fights, as if he was allergic to them, which, fair play to him. It could kill him.
Yeah, that BKB is going to be the recipe away, so it looks like it's going to be another 200, 300 gold before he completes that one. Yeah, 200 gold, so another creep camper 2 to get that one up, and then maybe we see the fights being 5-on-5 as the smoke coming out from Avulus. They want to force this one now. The BKB gold, how far away? Still about 150 gold here. It's getting close, but it's not on the dot just yet on the Lina, and you'd still have to wait for it to be flown in as well. So the Lina, is this going to be perfect timing for the side of Avulus? Do they have any vision on this? Either they don't. So they're going to be going in blind in the smoke here. As one move, they smoke up themselves. Just waiting for that BKB to be complete. And maybe then they look for that wraparound on the wraparound and look for the engage on that Roche take.
Yeah, it's these Naga Siren illusions that are going to bring all the information to Avulus, who would rather not be forced to go right now. Their Crimson Guard is not ready. But nothing to do here really for the Doom, unless he wants to sell his Midas. He can't, because he's a gluttony Doom.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Now completely for the other side.
So, big wrap. What can they do with this? Smoke still out onto one move here. Nobody inside the Roche pit just yet. But the smokes, if they get close to this wind ranger, it might just break for them. The jump comes in. They're going to be able to get right on top of the Nagastar now. So the Dragon Form is out. Wukong's command will be used. Laguna Blade, there's no song here from Seneko. He is already dead. The wind ranger trying to do what he can with the focus fire. But the BKB out now. The rifle's coming through from Woe. They take down 2. Can they make it a 3rd, maybe even a 4th here as the Pangolier trying to get himself out. But he swashbuckled himself inside the Roche pit. And the Cookie going to be able to get that stun out. Even the big man himself going to get involved here. Trying to get the swipes out. The snowball not going to be needed, and they can if they want to. Well, Jibei with a TP away, they can though. All 5 heroes up on the side of one move, just go straight into this pit.
Yeah, a great placement of positioning for the Wukong Saman there. No way for the cores of Avulus to actually get in and hit anybody. Like the Lina locked all the way on the other side. No way to reach her without overcommitting. That secures you a Roche.
So.
And the Aegis for Alina with the BKB.
Okay, I thought they might have gone for this tier 1 tower bot. I thought that would have been, the easy answer, straight march out of the base, take a little bit more map control, but he does go towards his top lane. So it looks like... Do they have vision around here? They don't. But this is a good read from one move, if they can get on top of maybe this Doom.
Exactly, you're trying to immediately get kill potential. If you're going to play up, you might as well play up in the area where you don't have wards, as long as you're completely sure that you're going to win every single fight that might be coming at you.
Yeah, Gleipnir locked down into the Wind Ranger now as well. The Bulwark's going to use, but he's still going to be locked in place here. Do they have the damage to get the kill? Second Gleipnir comes through. Rolling Thunder used by Stormstone, but again, is that Aegis up for the Lina? So they're going to try and do what they can. The Centaur going to be the big man forward here, and now with that Rolling Thunder being down, they're going to be able to get... No, the song comes out. And BKBs were used in that last fight, so Stormstormer will be away. Gleipnir comes out now as he's out of range of the song. Do they have the control to jump up even underneath this tier 2 tower? They get the damage out, they take down Seneko. Do they want to go for more? Gleipnir into the snowball now onto the Doom. Doom getting the Walrus punch up. The Wukong Command does get used here as well. LSA onto the Doom. He's going to be controlled through this one. Smart Knight. He has that BKB going onto the Dragon Knight now as well as the Crystallis. But the damage just not enough to dissuade one move from coming forward. They take down 2. The Tusk will fall. How far is he? He's got that Daedalus up now on the Dragon Knight. Let's see if he wants to try and fight around this one. Gleipnir lockdown difference. Wants to try and go onto Dragon Knight now. That BKB is down. The dive comes in. Morty kisses into the LSA. They have the control. They have the kill. Smart Knight is dead for at least a minute, and they might be able to go for this tier 2 tower in the mid lane.
Painful. And again, the positioning of these ultimates just means that there is no good place for Avulus to put their cores. Pango being forced to roll in a wide open environment as well. They were waiting, baiting to see if they could get the fight in a good position while the Dragon Knight was finishing off that Daedalus. And the answer was no in the end. You lose too many heroes one by one by one. DK finishes up the Daedalus and still dies in the end. Just a lose-lose.
Yeah, and it will mean now, I mean, even with the 9 kills on the board difference between the two teams, it's still 1k net worth lead for one move, so it's not a massive gap between the two teams, but it feels like one move have grown into these fights. They still have the Aegis on the board, they've got all the spells, they've got the big impact items here. In fact, they might be able to get even more impact. Stormstormer can get himself away from this one. A couple more seconds for the Rolling Thunder, it will be able to complete. They're going to have to use that defensively. Does he roll back into danger here as the damage coming through from the Snapfire? With a little Shredder, he does take him down. Stormstormer, I mean, it was a good idea, it just does not pay off in the end.
No, and he had himself a decent start to the game, but now time and time again, he's just been used as a punching bag.
Yeah.
Never any particularly good areas for his ult, always fighting out in the open. And he is going to get overtaken by not me on the Snapfire very soon.
Yeah, we're looking at a potentially core Snapfire here coming through, and damage-wise, okay, it's going to be the Greaves come out for him, so, not the standard Hurricane Pike into Daedalus after a little bit of a nerf to the little Shredder, he's nowhere near the level 20-25 anyway, so yeah, he's got time if this game goes long enough to build into his damage.
Exactly, so instead you got that ideal situation where you're spreading out the aura items on 2 different heroes, making both of them must take downs and both of them have a lot of HP. And if one of them dies, you still have a bunch of protection from the other. It feels so good to be playing as one move right now.
What's the game plan for Avulus though? How do they try and wrestle back control of this game from one move?
You first gotta get your waves under control. Like, you're playing with a support Nagasar in here, and she hasn't really been able to do any of that for you as of yet. Definitely need more levels onto Seneko to make that happen.
Okay.
And then on top of that, I wonder if Eki going for the mech instead of a force staff into that maelstrom wouldn't have enabled them to get more damage out during these fights, because you do have a focus fire that is basically worthless right now, not being used at all, and you are definitely lacking damage in these fights. You're just sitting around waiting for your DK to come in, and if he can't do it, you throw your hands up in the air and you say, well, we've tried everything.
Well, yeah, we'll see what the Wind Ranger actually item-wise wants to go back for, like you say, because it's not really too much damage. You get the shot as well, so looking for the control, but one mover just saying, yes, please, bring us closer to you. We'd love you to gale force us into a fight like this one. You're going to do our jobs for us.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So, yeah, this maybe one of the rare instances where the 4 is actually playing a 4 and not a second 1.
Yeah, we don't do that a lot anymore these days. I mean, or a second 3 for that matter, as with the Snapfire on the other side.
True, true.
Woe's gonna hit level 20 pretty soon.
He just
I think
has
even
been...
if the Aegis time's out here, yeah, you're still going to want to play on that level 20 for sure.
Yeah, you ain't scared if you're on the side of one move. In fact, you look at the level difference here overall. You know, okay, so Woe's going to be a little bit behind the Dragon Knight, but we'll be able to hit that 20. But for the most part, the hero levels are higher because of the 2 supports. You know, level 15, level 14 on the Snapfire and the Tusk. On the other side, Seneko on the Nag Siren only level 10. Eki only level 11 on the Wind Ranger. So those levels and the impact that you can have in these fights going to be a little bit more for the side of one move. Okay, smoke coming up.
We do have
Avulus.
another smoke.
Yeah.
There is a blink up on Smiling Knight now.
Who's the main target with the smoke? Who do you need to pick off at the beginning of these fights on the side of one move?
You kill either the Tusk or the Lina. Otherwise the Tusk saves the Lina.
Well, let's see, big wrap coming through. But again, I mean, one move has smoked themselves and moving towards the bottom part of the map here. With this creep wave being pushed in, maybe they just say, you're going to need to fight us around your tier 3s, even without an Aegis. We might not look to step high ground, but definitely going to try and apply pressure to these lanes. The top lane's pushing in as well, mid lane's pushing in. You're going for a smoke when all the creep waves are on your side of the map. Are you crazy? Taking full advantage of this on the side of one move.
It's been so easy throughout all of this for one move to spell burst those waves down with her cores. Monkey King watches. Zampango tried to do the same, but he does not quite have the damage currently.
No. So, what are you going to try and do? You're using the Snagger Siren with the illusions to try and cut the waves, force this mid lane in. Woe on the bottom lane is trying to force through to a tier 3 though, and we'll see. That creep wave is actually in the mid lane. They're going to try and go for that tier 1 tower in the top lane, but what's it going to cost them? Because the creep wave is here for the side of one move. If you don't TP anyone back, you don't have a fortification either to get this tier 1 tower, but they're going to try and mass commit onto TPs, and they might have already lost this tier 3 tower. Look at the attack speed coming through. It's just barely going to live through this siege on the side of one move.
Yeah, a little Shredder, and then the Lina with level 20, those extra fiery souls. Yeah, her attack speed is seriously taking off right now.
Come on, are they going to
Casual
jump on the
extra.
side of one move? Go on, sorry.
No, I'm just saying casual extra 250.
Oh yeah.
As one does.
Small break, Seneko. It's going to be the Monkey King of the tree. Spots that one out. They know where they are here, roughly, because of where
I don't wanna go
Seneko
up
was
there.
heading. But look at this one. The mid lane's going to be forced in now as well. They're just saying, no, you're fighting us on our terms. You're not smoke. You're not wrapping around. Rolling Thunder,
Under the Radiant
Dragonfall,
Fusion.
out. The Smiling Knight. Do they want to carry on coming into this one? Whoa, there's no Aegis up now as well. The Doom comes through. Do they have a protection here onto the Lina? The Lina's going to be getting really down low from that Doom. They will be able to get the kill. Do they trade it back here from one move? They might be able to take down Jibe. Jibe's going to get really down low, but he doesn't fall just yet. The balance strike. Seneko goes down there as well. Difference with the double kill, but it looks like one move. They might be on the retreat here. BKB was off for Different. Snowball's going to be able to get the try back out. Did he try and get the kill? Right back onto the Wind Ranger. No Different, still trying to run himself away. This is going to be a really good fight for the side of Avulus. They still lose 2. It's a 2 for 2, but they take down 2 big calls on the side of one move. And one move they're trying to fight around the low ground, not holding that high ground after the Monkey King breaks the smoke, might be the mistake that cost them that fight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they were still under their own wards there, so I can see why they didn't fully back off, trying to take that fight still. But I think one of the real problems here is that, yeah, you can snowball save the Lina for a bit, but you should really try to not take anybody else with you. And instead, I believe the Centaur gets caught in the middle of all of that as well. And it means the DK is just cleaving through 3 heroes at the same time while he's killing that Lina. That is just too much damage. Sure, you take down a Doom, but afterwards there's nobody left who can actually stand up versus the DK. Your Lina needs to live.
Yeah, and signs of life coming out here from Avulus because they were kind of being controlled through this one. Roshan is going to be the next big objective. There's going to be the respawns coming through on the Monkey King as well as the Lina. Ultimate's going to be back up. How are we looking? Stampede, 13 seconds. Wukong's Command, 10 seconds. Rolling Thunder is back up now. Dragon Form, 9 seconds. The Doom is the big one. 40 seconds before that Doom is back up. It is going to be the perfect timing for the Roshan respawn, so we'll see how quickly Avulus want to contest this one. After taking that Tormentor, do they go back, heal up, and look for this contest on the Roshan pick? Because 30 seconds until the big man's back.
They have no way to get there fast, though.
No.
I mean, 12 Radiants can just TP right onto that outpost.
Do you start this, though? If the Roshan respawns now, it's 15 seconds before he's back. Do you start this on one move, or are you just looking to spring a trap onto Avulus?
I think you spring a trap.
Okay.
You have that advantage in the AoE fights with that Monkey King.
Well, the scan came out, so this might hurry Avulus a little bit, but they don't know that Roshan still isn't up just yet. He's only just come back up here, so they do move themselves in. Power shot coming through. Where they're going to try and go? Did they get themselves onto this one? It's going to be a big pickup if they get the kill. The Doom comes out once again here onto the Lina, but the Lina's just going to stand and right-click this one out here. The damage coming through. They might be able to get the kill into the Monkey King. No, the Monkey King's sustaining through all this now as well. The Dragon Knight is going to get really darn low, and Smiling Knight, he's out of that BKB form. Rain's going to try and get the save. Triple S move himself away as well. Wukong's command, it will be used. And again, the Lina lives through this one. There's going to be the hot forward as well. Jibe, though, he has to back himself away. Everybody is so low on the side of one move, but they still want to try and fight this one because he's got spells. They've got things to use. Rain, LSA connects as well. This Doom's going to be chunked down by the Lina. The right clicks come through as well. The power shot. Nobody dies from the side of one move just yet. They take down the Doom. And then Agasaran died at the beginning of that fight as well. And this might just, even though they are low on health, open up the Roche pit for the side of one move.
Yeah, Lina healthy enough. Get some frontliners for you.
Yeah, and this was the big difference between this fight and the last fight, that the Doom came out on the Lina. The Lina had the space to move away. The BKB was already going onto the Lina, and she just leaves, wait for that, attacks onto the very edge of the fight, waits for the Doom to wear off, and then gets back into the fray.
Yep, and the DK was fully occupied with trying to fight the Monkey King instead. No Blink Dagger for him. It's just like, hey, do I walk all the way further towards this Lina, or do I just try and kill the monkey that's right here? And he came pretty darn close. Maybe if he kills the Monkey King there, the continuation of that fight is possible. But without that kill, and Woe coming back in, yep.
Yeah.
That is all one move.
The Monkey King living on such low life, I think again that was a snowball save coming through for him for when there was damage ticking through. He was able to back himself up, get that Wukong's command off, and he just sustains, even though he's taking damage, sustains through the Jingu Mastery here. So the Monkey King, he's a menace to the best of times, but Avulus, they have to find a way to deal with him, and this is maybe where we see the Doom. It's going to be the BKB coming out and not that Ag Scepter here for the Doom.
And I mean, ideally, you engage the other way around if you're Avulus, right? You put the Doom on the Monkey King and you have the DK on the Lina.
Yeah.
That would be the way for you to actually get yourself a guaranteed good fight.
Well, it doesn't work out for them, Avulus. They're not out of the game just yet, even though they're being doubled up on kills. It's still a 1k net worth lead coming out from the side. And I think that's mainly down to the Doom. Just being able to get the double gluttony off, be able to get all that extra bonus gold. Being able to stack up like that one that keeps that net worth fairly even between the two teams. Oh, okay, Laguna Blade comes out here. Did they get the kill into the Wind Ranger? Wind Ranger, Eki's going to try and run himself away, but, whoa, he does have the ability to get the kill with the MKB, and Eki just getting caught way out of position there by the Lina.
The fact that it's only a single hero that stops him off is the problem, because that means that the rest of the Radiant team is still hunting Stormstormer.
Yeah, there's going to be the Rolling Thunder coming through here. Stormstormer might just have to leave on this one. Oh, does he want to carry on going out here? The TP away. Yeah, Stormstormer no way to cancel that one off. So he will be able to get himself away. But that is now going to be the Rolling Thunder down. So
well, moving up through the bot lane. Still with an Aegis in his pocket. This might just be another siege. And that tier 3 tower can't really handle that much more.
No, not at all here. He's going to be low on mana. Is there a mana boost to come through? There is. Rain Pops is going to be able to get the full Greaves off as well, so always going to be able to get some back. Roche Banner goes down as well. Like you say, he's got that Aegis. He has a Lincoln Sphere up now as well onto WoW, so they are going to try and go high ground off this one. Gale Force will be used. Fortification, again, the Roshan Banner is down, so you use that Fortification. The tier 3 tower isn't going to be cleaning up those creeps as easily as it could do without that Roche Banner. So they get a Gleipnir out now. The Gleipnir Blade comes through with that LSA. Do they have enough control onto the Dragon Knight? They might just do. The Song! No, BKB usually on the side of one move, so the Dragon Knight might be able to move himself away. A little bit worse for wear here. Gets that heal up, comes back in, still got the BKB of his own. Smart Knight, what's he going to be able to do? Ice Shards are down. They're going to try and go into this Rax. Can they defend this one? The Aegis is still up. Again, that Roshan Banner's here, so it should be cleaned up now. But it's enough to take down the tier 3, do a lot of damage here to the range Rax as well.
Seneko with that shard coming in clutch means that the DK now still has BKB available.
Yeah. Stormstormer? Stormstormer? He's going to try and go roll up. Can he get himself away from this one? Has the TP. He's going to try and go. Yeah, Rowan Thunder. And again, the Snowball. He bounces himself back on that Rowan Thunder and will be able to get himself out. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie, yeah. You better not get Walrus Punch there, jeez.
But again, this means that the Rowan Thunder's down for this next potential fight. There's no Dragon Form now as well. There's no Song.
Oh, and they got Shiva.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get right on top of him here now as well. The cookie comes through. He's got that BKB going, but the right click's coming through the Laguna Blade as well. The Snowball to try and close that gap into the Walrus Punch potentially. Buying him time. The Ice Shards. He's going to be caught out even with the BKB. You can't walk yourself through that wall. He is dead for just under a minute. Eki trying to skip that wave. Wind Ranger, though, could be at risk. Trying to do his best to get himself out of this one. Does the Snapfire see him? Not inside the trees. So they can just use this. Okay. Power Shot. They still have some creeps, though. TP out for Eki. Monkey King doesn't get there in time. Just sees the end of the TP.
Very close. And then Seneko. No chance versus Delina.
No. How long's left on the Aegis here for WoW? 28 seconds.
95 bonus damage.
More than enough time to stack up onto this tier 3 tower, take it down. In fact, even going to be able to go for a Lane of Rax into this one there. Whoa, he's using this one to the very limit on this one. 18 seconds left on the Aegis, but he should still be able to. Okay, Shackle. I was going Shackle to the Monkey King, but still going to be a Lane of Rax here. The Santos moving himself through. The Greaves will be used on the side of Avulus. Do they want to go for more? Are they just happy with a Lane of Rax? They might just be happy with a Lane of Rax. Forcing this Dragon Form out once again. Not giving up this Aegis. It will be reclaimed now. Yep, they've got a lane. Their bottom lane as well is going to be vulnerable. On the side of Avulus, this range Rax is still halfway down. In fact, even less than halfway down. Are they going to look for the re-engage here, though, on the side of one move?
At this point, they have to. Otherwise, they are going to be with their backs against the wall, constantly with that mid-wave pushing into them. We saw in the last game how devastating that can be for your ability to move out on the map and get pick-off. So here, now, is the last moment they can do that comfortably.
Meanwhile, the top lane is pushing in, so if one move want to force it in their direction, they're going to see this mid lane being forced now. But the creep wave, I mean, they still have this creep wave. They have one. And the top wave, yeah, again, Avulus. I don't know, my dude. I don't know if this is the play as they look towards this top lane here, and I'm not sure really what the play is from Avulus being this far into the Radiant jungle.
No, that's just all 5 of your TP scrolls, presumably.
Yeah.
Stormstormer doesn't even have one right now.
Oh, that's not good. The Dragon Knight, the Wind Ranger, not going to commit to coming back just yet. Looking towards putting pressure on this tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. Dragon Knight farming through the jungle. What item is he looking for that's more important than him coming back? Could it be the Swift Blink? Gold-wise, how is he looking on that? He might just have the gold for it now here as... they're still going to be able to go. They take down this tier 3 tower, and look at the damage coming through from WoW. Even without the Aegis, he is so confident about being able to rip through this lane of Rax. Late it comes through. He's going to be the drag back though with the net. On to the Centaur. Centaur might just be buying his team time here. Stampede will be used. It's 3 heroes trying to chunk him down, and the pipe comes out, and now the diving. The BKBs will be there as well. With Constaman, Jibbe is going to be Wars Punch up into the earth. Do they get the damage out? Might just be the retreat coming through. They're going to be happy with taking a lane and a half of Rax here on the side of one move. Focus Fire now going to be used as well, but look at this one. Seneko burst down. Not me gets the credit for the kill. The BKBs have been used. Gleipnir onto the Doom. The Boundless Strike as well onto Eki as well as the Doom. One move still on the retreat. Can they get themselves away from this one? The mid lane is going to be pushing in as well. They're going to try and go for that return now. They take down Eki. So good re-engage coming through. Scatter Blast into the Glimmer. It connects onto the Pangolier. Pango is going to try and get that roll up as well. Try and get himself out of this one. Forces the buyback out from the Wind Ranger to get the lockdown onto the Doom, though. He is dead and buried. 65 seconds on the sideline. Gale Force will be used. This mid lane is being pushed into the tier 4s. They have buildings to defend just for a little bit longer, but this will be a second lane of racks for the side of one.
Dragon Form's ending.
Yeah. This is big. No ultimates up on the surviving heroes on the side of Avulus.
Oh, and Soneko blinked in there. He saved up for the blink specifically for the purpose of that go. Blinking in, songing, setting up the rest of his team, and instead he gets killed as soon as he's... Like, you can song before you blink, but he didn't, and gets punished because he thinks they can't stun him fast enough. He's wrong.
Well, yeah, that is not the time to be learning that lesson here, and there is 280 health and regening between the side of Avulus and Mega Creeps. This is a big window because, I mean, the two other lanes are going to be pushing in. In fact, the top lane already onto those buildings around the tier 4 as well. Only going to offer so much protection. Dive comes in, Rolling Thunder now as well. Do they get on top of the Lina? No, because he's going to be taken for a ride here. BKB used for the Lina now as well. Song will be out, so the Centaur's going to be stopped in his tracks. Will can still right-click through this one. The Song will be wearing off. Do they want to try and re-engage onto this one? The Monkey King going to take a lot of pressure, but still, they've got the damage here. The Lina is just going to be that one-man damage army. Wukong's man gets used. The Doom comes out. He's still going to be able to chunk through Jibei. And this Lotus comes through as well. So yeah, just the damage here from the Lina right back. Even if he goes down in the end, they take 3-4 with him, and it's only Stormstormer left. And Avulus, they're going to call it. The GG comes out. Just the way that the Lina, just again with that Doom being up, just chunks through the entire side of Avulus, and it will mean one move. They have enough to secure this series and get themselves that first place in the final European RES online event.
Very impressive results here. And yeah, that Lina, if you just have your stacks up before you get doomed, you're right-clicking with your 7 Fiery Soul stacks. That's definitely enough. And it feels funny because previously we had this issue with Alina where it's like, yeah, you know, you have a single DPS core and she's not enough. It felt like that with the DK this time. He was the only one dealing enough damage to take down anybody on the side of one move, and so often he was forced to pour all of that into a Centaur.
Well, we get the nice little graphic there on screen as well to celebrate one move winning the final event here in RES. They are the champions. They are going to be going through, I guess, as the winners for 2024, at least on the online for Season 4 here as well. We won't be seeing them in Serbia in a few weeks' time because Avulus, they did secure the points to get themselves through to the LAN in October before this Grand Finals even started. But still, one move, it's points on the board for them. It's, you know, pride, it's money under their belt as well. So they're going to be more than happy, I think, with this win. After maybe not the best couple of days, they get themselves to end at least this event on the win. So, you know, congratulations to one move.
Yeah, and congratulations to them for a very successful season in total as far as RES is concerned, because that is 2 third fourths that they got as well. A really great overall performance from them here. So absolutely, I think a good crown on the progress that they've been making. They're looking sharp, they're looking good. And now we wait and see how far that's going to bring them in the other events that may be coming. Yeah,
but that is going to be it for now. We are going to be taking about a 3-4 week break before we come back with another big event here. It's going to be the LAN the next time you see us on the RES stream. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in, for sticking with us for the entire year, because it's going to be, you know, coming up again next year. So make sure you phone onto the channels, the Twitch pages, the Twitter pages there as well, so you get the information out. But for now, that is going to be it. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
One chance. One dream. One match. One energy. One fight. One aim. One action. One hope. One expert.
Fuck.
skills into gaming. 1xBet.